Welcome to the Undisputed podcast. I'm your host, Jenny Taft. This podcast is the full show from today's episode of Undisputed from start to finish. We've got a busy slate, so skip Shannon. Let's get to it.
Good morning. Welcome to Undisputed. We are live from Los Angeles. I'm Jenny Taft here with Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharpe. Morning, guys.
Good morning, Jenny. How are you today?
Well,
I'm fine. How are you?
I can't believe.
Stop.
Wait, you came in today.
I came in.
Did.
You came in. I'm shocked. Congratulations on showing up.
You know,
I'm so proud of you.
Skip, I'm terrible. I cannot even win a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew off Skip Bayless when the Lakers play the Clippers.
I know.
Yeah.
This is pathetic.
It has come to this.
Yes.
Yes.
I even closed Club Shay Shay. I'm done.
Did you?
Yep.
I promise you, I thought about not showing up today because that was so shameful last night.
Skip, that was awful.
That was awful.
And I had to stay up till like 10:15 to watch this
Make you
bullshit.
stay
Oh,
up
well,
for it.
here we go.
Not a good sign. We have a lot to get to on today's show. Why, oh, why does Kyrie keep complaining?
That's a good question.
And why won't the Cowboys pay DeMarcus Lawrence?
That's
Plus,
a better question.
Chainz is going to be live in studio.
That's a great thing.
But hey, we're
he
gonna
might
start
save this show
with
today.
the Lakers, and I don't know if this is a good thing. They badly needed a win last night against the Clippers, but they came up short again. LeBron scored 27 points, but his squad lost their third straight to fall 5.5 games out of the final playoff spot with only 18 games left. Despite all of that, LeBron's focus after the game was not on the playoffs. Take a listen.
You keep playing to the end and see what happens, at the end of the day. So, I've been talking about it for a while now. Everyone's been talking about the postseason. We need to worry about each and every game and how we can continue to get better with our process and get better with our team.
Shannon, who is most to blame for this loss?
Skip, it's 100%. We doing a pie. There's 100% of the pie, whole pie, 100%.
Yep.
I got to divvy it up.
Okay.
80% goes to Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka for putting this team together. Because they put a team together, Skip, and you and I, we talked about it when it started to shape, when LeBron signed on, and we started seeing all these other pieces. We saw Rondo, and we saw JaVale McGee and Lance Stevenson and Rondo and Michael Beasley. We're like, don't go together. And then 20% goes to LeBron James. And Skip, the roster, when you look at this roster, Skip, the bench was outscored again. Now granted, the Clippers bench is nothing to sneeze at. I think they have their bench is either first or second in scoring. They outscored the Lakers bench by 17. They out-rebounded the Lakers by 10. They outshot the Lakers by 8% from the field, which is a recipe for a disaster. And Skip, you can see it. Okay, they started the game off with Patrick Beverley on LeBron James. And LeBron was trying to get the post. A lot of times they weren't able to swing the ball fast enough to get it to him in the spot where it needed to be. And then when he did get the ball in the post, they come with the double team, and LeBron would pass out of it to a wide open guy, and he would miss. And the more he did that, you could see the life just starting to leave his body.
Yeah.
That still doesn't excuse this. Under no circumstances of a game of this magnitude, and I hate to say a game of this magnitude, early March on a Monday night, Rajon Rondo and LeBron James can't have the same amount of shot attempts, Skip. You and I talked about it. He needed somewhere around 30. If you get up 30, 35, I can live with it. I don't care if you shoot 10 of 30. I don't care if you shoot 11 of 33. But you got to get those attempts up. And
By the way, Rondo had his game of the year, right? Statistically, right?
Yeah,
has he had a better game than that? Triple-double?
But see, the thing
24, 12, and 10? I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
They can live with him shooting 10 threes. Remember, the other night, he got up 12 threes, and then he got up another 5 on Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken. Teams will live with Rajon Rondo taking three-point shots.
They dare him every night.
Every night. So, Skip, it comes down to this, and I watched it, and you look at this team. You look at this team that LeBron James is playing with. You tell me this is a good roster. You tell me this team. And for me, the playoffs, that's I don't care about the Lakers. You look at the Lakers center court. There's 16 stars around the logo of the Lakers. That's not for playoff appearances. That's for championships. And so all they were going to do if they got to the playoffs with this roster, with this team, was to delay the inevitable. All you would have to do was practice, have shoot around, watch meetings for 10 days because you're going to get swept. Now, last night, Skip, the Lakers were 3 of 23 from 3 when they were 6 feet between them and the defender. Let that sink in, Skip. 3 of 23. You got 6 foot of space. And this is why I never thought this would work, for the simple fact that's not what LeBron is used to. LeBron is used to having knockdown guys. You come to double team him, he passes out of the double team. Ray Allen, Mike Miller, J.R. Smith, Kyle Korver, Kevin Love. Guys can knock down those shots. Skip, he doesn't have any guys that can consistently knock down, and then they just ran out of bodies. Brandon Ingram had a shoulder sprain. Kyle Kuzma sprains his ankle. And now you got Josh Hart trying to battle Montez Harrell, who's 6'9", 6'10" in the post. Come on. It's a shame. I'm so disappointed, so upset with these Lakers, with how Skip, that was pathetic. And you look at the first quarter, like, oh yeah, we looking good. Boy, we 36, 34, 24, 34, 26. Early in the second, we up 10. And then we leave out at halftime, we down 5 or 6. What happened?
You done?
I shouldn't have come into work.
Are you okay? Yeah.
So, you do make good points about the big picture, but I'm going to stay little picture, because last night was the night for them to launch their playoff run. This is against their in-town rival, a game they should win. It's their quote-unquote home game. But this is the one Laker Nation cares about.
Yeah.
Because you want to keep those little Clippers down lowly. You know, you want to keep them under thumb, right?
Yeah, they've been talking trash,
They've been talking trash. So I'm going to give you that Brandon Ingram didn't play. And why he suddenly didn't play, I don't know. I'm suspicious, because now I have to be suspicious about everything that's going on inside this team post-trade deadline. But he comes up suddenly after shoot-around. My shoulder hurt. I didn't see him hurt his shoulder. Like, what?
Yeah, when?
What?
Yes.
Help me out here. And if you can please explain somebody why Lonzo Ball is still out, and they keep saying, well, we'll decide next week and next week and next week. And it sounds like he's just sitting out the rest of the year because he doesn't want to play for this head coach. You're down Brandon Ingram. You're down Lonzo Ball. But you're still down only 6 going to the fourth quarter. And I got to tell you, from my heart, I was so disappointed in LeBron James in the fourth quarter last night.
Yeah, me too.
It just tore me up, because, listen, I'm critical of him, but the league needs him in the playoffs. I know the odds are they just get swept by Golden State out of the 8th spot, but the league needed him. The networks need him in the playoffs. Rob Pelinka had dared to utter after that, they stole that game at Boston Garden, right? You know, I wouldn't want to face us in a 7-game series. And that was leveled at Golden State. Like, here we come, Golden State. Yeah. Okay. So I'm good. I said, okay, I kind of like that he said that. And I'm kind of angling toward that. And then this happened. And to your point, Patrick Beverley called you out after their game against the Knicks on Sunday. Patrick Beverley is yelling in the post-game locker room after the Knicks game, I want LeBron. I want to remind people, Patrick Beverley is 6 feet 1 inches tall.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverley was undrafted and spent 6 years playing overseas in Ukraine and Greece and Russia. Think about that. A 6'1" guy is screaming, I want him. The best player on the planet. I want him. And Doc said, okay, you got him. I know he had some help, but basically he was the primary defender last night from jump.
Right.
And I'm sitting back, screaming at my TV, just go at him. Because remember, we've now seen back-to-back games in which LeBron James has been successfully guarded by a 7'1" rookie center at Phoenix and a 6'1" undrafted veteran who's bounced all around for the Clippers. You can't, a 7'1" and 6'1", and they went at him and at least neutralized him. He's going to get numbers. He rolls out of bed and gets those numbers, right?
Yeah.
Those are roll out of bed numbers.
Yeah, these are nothing. This is
okay?
nothing.
Okay. What he did last night felt like he mailed it in. I give you the first quarter because the first quarter felt pretty good. They were all hitting on all. Rondo's making threes. And you're right. They're up 34-26 after one. And then it looked like in the huddle between quarters, they're looking around like, are we there yet? Is it over? Are they going to stop now?
Right.
Or can we call off the rest of the night and we got a dub? We can go to Shannon's restaurant after one quarter? Nope, you can't go after one quarter. And to me, for LeBron not to go at him, I'm thinking, Patrick Beverley, I know he's all active energy and just he's just everywhere. He's electric on the floor. If I could put Patrick Beverley's motor in LeBron James, then I would have the next Michael Jordan. But I can't. And last night, I couldn't. And so last night in the fourth quarter, it just looked like LeBron was mailing it in. Like he ran out of gas. He ran out of fight. Even in the first quarter, he wouldn't fight back against Patrick Beverley. He was just kind of like standing up over him like, leave me alone, right? I thought it would jumpstart him. I thought this could be a 60-point night. We were talking about 40. Yeah. This is the one where LeBron, in his heyday, he would say, okay, you got it, pal. Right between your eyes. Give me the damn ball and get out of my way.
That's what he should
He could have fouled out little 6'1" Patrick Beverley by halftime. Could have fouled him out because I don't care how much help is going to come. If you get the ball in the post and you wheel on him, good things are going to happen because you're going to march to the free throw line. I don't care if you make 65%, you're still going to shoot a whole bunch of free throws, right?
It's disrespectful. And LeBron should have looked at it as being disrespectful for a man that's 6'1" to call you out on a Sunday and say, I want you. That's not Kevin Durant. Okay. That's not Paul George or Kawhi. That's a 6'1" journeyman saying, I want you. Yeah.
And I know he just plays his little butt off. He just plays. Nobody plays harder.
He could have been a football player.
He should have been a football player. He should have been a cornerback, right? He could have got up in you and played press man and just been all over you, right?
Yep.
He could have done that, I think.
I believe he could have.
Yeah, okay. So now we get to what happened in the fourth quarter. To his credit, your man played all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. That was impressive. He didn't ask for any rest third going to fourth, right? And yet, he missed his first three of the fourth quarter. That came with 11:28 left. And then if we could see this play with 10:22, this is where LeBron lost me because he's not into it. This is a turnover pass. It's just lackadaisical. That's just careless. Yeah. I'm not into it. Cross court backwards.
No, but Skip, I can live with a turnover. Okay. If he hustles, Josh Hart runs the guy down. I know. Force him to shoot a bad shot. LeBron should have been there to get the rebound.
You just watched.
So you turned it over and then you didn't hustle to get back.
Thank you. I was about to say that, but you took the words, fortunately, right out of my mouth. Thank you for saying that. So now, then we have a missed free throw with 10:02 left. We actually had three missed free throws in the fourth quarter at 7:57 and then at 2:12. These are just misses, and they take the heart and life out of your team. And I know he's not the greatest free throw shooter, but at some point you got to like will him in just to give your team some hope.
And everything is coming up short.
Momentum. Everything's a little short and a little off. And then we get down to the 6:48 mark. And this was classic. It sort of had degenerated to this. Kyle Kuzma, if you watch this closely, actually shoves LeBron into playing defense. Can we see that again? He shoves him toward Gallinari. Shoves him to say, go get him. Go get him, LeBron. And LeBron did fly at him, and he did miss. Gallinari had just made a three, and he missed that one.
Right.
It came to this. Kyle Kuzma in his second year is shoving the best player on the planet into closing out on Gallinari.
Yep.
Really?
Wow, yeah.
It's coming to that?
That's
really? Okay, so you came to that. And then I got one more play. 4:27 left.
Okay.
LeBron, we're still watching him get shoved. Watch LeBron. This is just, okay, you got to make that. If you have any, this is going to cut it to like 8.
Right.
Just make it. It's a left-handed layup. That showed me right there, I'm done, I'm out. I just can't take this anymore. Is the load too much? Is he worn out? I don't know what it is. Has he just sort of quit on his teammates because he didn't get Anthony Davis and he knows that they basically quit on him? Is that what happened? Something is missing in there because here's the bottom line to the game last night in the fourth quarter. The final score of the fourth quarter was 22-20 Clippers. The Los Angeles Lakers at quote-unquote home, led by LeBron James playing all 12 minutes, scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. That's pathetic. That won't cut it.
And he needed to have one of those nights where he goes for 20 by himself in a quarter.
He easily could.
Yes.
So, trust me, he's capable if his heart is in it, if his soul is in it, and he doesn't seem to be invested in this team anymore.
When I look at this game, Skip, and they had Patrick Beverley on LeBron in the post, because they do not pass the ball well enough, everything is over the top. They can't swing it and swing it, and here's LeBron on the backside to get now I got Beverly in the post and I'm 4 feet from the basket. I'm like, bro, swing the ball. And by the time they swing, Rondo was turning the ball over. He had him one time in the post, and LeBron, he tried to throw the ball, and it went off the backboard. He tried to post him again, and then he threw it completely out of bounds. I'm like, Rondo. But Skip, look, I'm disappointed in LeBron because 18 shots is not nearly enough.
No.
27, 8, and 6 is not nearly enough. We like, man, look at the stat line. No, this is not about stat lines. You can't be efficient, okay? Take the efficiency away. If you shoot, James Harden don't give a damn about efficiency.
No.
I'm going to shoot as many times as it takes for us to win a ball game. LeBron needs to adopt that a policy, especially in these moments. It's moments like this that shooting 50% and you only take 18 shots is not good enough.
That's true.
Because the guys you're playing with, where is he going to get scoring from?
Yep.
Brandon Ingram, who's been the most consistent guy over the last 10, 12 ball games, he's out. Look at Kyle Kuzma's numbers over the last 3 ball games. He's fallen off. Now, maybe because he's drawn the toughest defensive assignment.
Maybe.
Having to guard Greek Freak, having to guard Ayton. Maybe he had guarding Gallinari last night. Okay, maybe it zapped some of. So where else is the scoring going to come from?
Yep.
I'm looking at Mike Muscala. When is he going to make a shot, Skip?
I don't know, and I still think that was a terrible trade, even though Big Zoo did not do that much damage last night.
Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock just got off the plane. Dude playing 35, 36 minutes.
He is, boy. They stuck him front and center.
And, Skip, and he can't guard a bank with a Uzi.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody just go by him. I'm like, what? I mean,
and he went 0 for 7 from 3, which is what he's supposed to do.
That's it.
Yeah, you're right.
Skip, when I look at Josh Hart, and I watch all these games, you know I have to watch the Lakers game. I don't know if Josh Hart does anything really, really well except one thing.
He
plays hard.
He does.
And I can live with that.
Yeah, he does.
He can make or miss. Josh Hart's going to give you everything. Skip, they got Josh Hart trying to guard Montez. Montez is a beast in the post.
He's a beast.
He a grown man.
And he's got a high motor.
Yes!
Yep.
And he can just move people. Skip, you saw he got a charge on LeBron, but you see him just pivot and hit LeBron in the chest, and LeBron goes up under the basket. Okay, LeBron 260.
That might be the only guy who could do that to LeBron like that.
What chance do you think Josh Hart has of guarding this man in the post after you see him pivot and hit LeBron in the chest and LeBron goes up under the basket? Zero.
Well, they had Josh Hart on 8 and Saturday night.
Yeah.
It was for a key play.
I mean, Muscala playing 14 minutes gave you 6 points. What happened to Caldwell Pope? I mean, his minutes is greatly. I skipped this roster. But I'm going to hold LeBron responsible too. Yeah, the roster is what it is. Okay, when you saw it, and you tried to get Anthony Davis, and it didn't pan out.
Yep.
But I need LeBron to take more than 18 shots.
Yep.
James Harden took 18 threes on Sunday.
He did.
Not shots, threes.
That's a good point. Yep.
Because you know why? And they needed all 42 of his points. He was, 6 of 18 from 3? But they needed every last one of them. No matter what, LeBron needed to approach this game, Skip, like he did the first finals against Golden State with no Kyrie, with no Kevin Love. I'm going to shoot 35. I'm going to shoot 38 times.
I always tell you that was my favorite stretch of LeBron James.
He might
never seen anything quite like that.
He might only make 13 of them. He might shoot 30%, 42% from the field. But he needs to get those kind of shots up for the simple fact no one else is going to give you the scoring. No one else knows what it's like to be in a type of ball game where every game is do or die.
Yep.
No one else has ever been in this situation. Okay, Rondo. But for you look at Kyle Kuzma, he's never been there. Reggie Bullock, Muscala, Hart, Pope. Come on. You got who? Caruso. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. He got in for a couple minutes. Alex Caruso. Yeah.
Dude was in the G League.
Like 5 minutes.
Dude was in the G League.
Patrick Beverley was just disrespecting him.
Patrick Beverley was disrespecting everybody.
Yep.
He liked the booze.
That's what I love about Patrick Beverley.
Yep.
The man, look, like I said, the dude's 6'1". He can't shoot like Steph. He can't, shoot the ball like KD. He can't. But all he does is play hard. He will pick up from end to end and you're not moving him. Now, hey, he's tougher than you think. Now, you just not finna just back him down now. LeBron had to drop anchor to try to get him to move because he put that elbow in that knee out there like, I ain't going nowhere.
Who stood up to Russell Westbrook when he was an absolute terror in Oklahoma City? This guy did.
You remember what he did opening night last year? Yeah. When they kept talking about Lonzo. He said, I can't, don't worry about it.
Destroyed him.
He said, I got you. 94 feet, bro.
Yep.
How we going to do this? And when the game was over, what did he turn and do?
Pointed to LeVar.
Oh.
Yep.
That's Steph Curry?
Yep.
Skip, this is embarrassing. Skip, now I need you to apologize because that win against the Pelicans is more impressive than we previously thought, huh? Because you saw what they did to Denver without Anthony Davis. You saw what they did, Anthony Davis playing 20 minutes, go to Utah, who just beat Milwaukee. So, and the Lakers did a number on them. So that game against the Pelicans looked a lot better than we thought. And Phoenix just did a number on Milwaukee last night. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about the best player in the land, and these guys can't. Man, this is embarrassing. Adam Silver ought to call Magic and Rob Pelinka up and say, y'all full of caca. I can't believe we're going to have the playoffs with no Lakers for the 6th straight year. In the previous 50 years, they missed it 5 times. Now they're going to miss it 6 times, 6 straight years.
Doesn't feel good.
I don't want to pile on with this, but I'm going to anyway.
Okay.
When Michael Jordan was 34, which is LeBron's age right now, remember, Michael was winning the scoring title, and he was first-team all-defense and won finals MVP. So his energy was still high at 34, even though he had been able to take a couple of years off. LeBron's energy is waning at 34.
Skip,
I just don't see the same guy.
Skip, the dude has played 40-plus minutes in 5 of the last 8. The guy played 42 minutes on a Monday night against the Clippers.
Yeah.
You can't be, 42, and everybody, well, Magic never missed the playoffs in his prime, and Bird never missed Magic never had less than 3 Hall of Famers on his roster. The same with Larry Bird, never less than 4. Michael, when that last time around, Dennis Rodman did lead the rebounding all 3 years in Chicago. Scottie Pippen, I don't care what you say about Scottie Pippen, he still was voted top 50, a top 50 player. And that's what Magic had to go to bat. Which one of these guys LeBron played with last night going to ever make first-team All-NBA or be in the Hall of Fame?
Which of the Clippers is going to be first-team All-NBA or Hall of Fame?
None.
Ooh,
0.
Doesn't help. Well, next up for the Lakers, Denver comes to town tomorrow.
Oh, man, I ain't not. Skip, I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed.
My Spurs beat Denver last night. It's easy.
Well, that doesn't help. Yeah.
I'm
a walk in the park.
I'm not watching the game. I'm going to bed. Y'all not going to keep me up till 11 o'clock. No.
You're just going to go to bed early?
Cutting into my sleep.
Boy, I have never heard you say that.
No, man, I can't believe this.
They've lost you, Shannon.
Yeah,
That's not a good
I had
sign.
to close Club Shay Shay due to unforeseen difficulties.
Yes, right.
What will you do
They were
now?
unforeseen.
All right, how will you feel about this next one? Will Kyler Murray and Antonio Brown be teammates next season? That could be interesting. We will discuss that next. Don't forget, you can check us out every day on the Fox Sports channel on SiriusXM. We'll be right back.
No mercy.
Antonio Brown's bags, well, they've been packed for a while. Now it's just a matter of where he's going. NFL.com reports the Cardinals are among the teams who have appeared to be the most intrigued by a trade, and Peter King says a move could happen this week. The Steelers are reportedly looking for a first-round pick in exchange for Brown. Arizona was last in total offense this past season, while AB led the league with 15 touchdown catches. So, Shannon, would AB be a good fit in Arizona?
Hell no. A terrible fit. You got Ben Roethlisberger, and Ben is not the greatest leader, but Ben is a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's been to numerous Pro Bowls. He's thrown for 5,000 yards. He's thrown Antonio Brown in his direction 1,197 targets. Of the 800-plus passes that Antonio Brown has caught, Ben Roethlisberger has thrown him 1,200 targets. And it's still not enough. He's complaining about, if I'm your guy, why you not throwing me the ball in the first quarter? Although he has 6 consecutive 100-catch seasons. And that's not enough. Skip. This is what Antonio Brown said during his interview. He said, I don't even have to play football if I don't want. I don't even need the game anymore. I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to prove nothing to anyone, Brown said. If they want to play, They're going to have to play by my rules. If not, I don't need to play. That's what he said. Now, you got a 20-something rookie quarterback if they draft Kyler Murray. You have a 30-something first-year NFL head coach in Cliff Kingsbury. Ben Roethlisberger and Mike Tomlin couldn't do a D thing with Antonio Brown. What do you think he's going to do in Arizona? You leave well enough alone. You let Larry Fitzgerald lead that receiving corps. You let Larry Fitzgerald show Kyler Murray this is how you be professional at all times. No matter how rocky the road get, no matter how rough the waters get, this is what you must be at all times. There is no way if Pittsburgh says, I tell you what we'll do. We'll give you a first-round pick if you take Antonio Brown off my hands. I said, nah, I'm good. Because I'm telling you, you hear him talking. You hear all this.
Yeah.
Even though Mr. Rooney said, you know what, Antonio, we're going to accommodate you. Just lay low. We'll take care of you. What does he do? The man, he's like, you know what, I don't even want you to come back to Pittsburgh. Because normally they ask you to come back. He said, nah, you stay there. We going to come to you. He take a picture with Mr. Rooney and then go out there, yeah, we agreed to part ways. Even after the man told you, we're going to accommodate you. And you want that in Arizona, Skip, with that young team, with that young quarterback. Because you're going to be, remember now, remember when Dak and Dez, the constant, what did Jerry Stevens say? No, we got to get that up out of here. We got to get that trumpet up out of here. Larry Fitzgerald is professional. He'll show Kyler Murray. See, Ben is old enough, Skip. Ben had to deal with Hines, and he had to deal with Plex, and the one they shipped to the Jets, I forget his name, the wide receiver. So Ben can kind of tune it out. Now, he did force feed him. That's why he had so many interceptions, because, my grandfather used to say, stepping on lips, when people got the lips stuck out, Antonio Brown, he upset. He upset because Juju killing on one side, they singling Juju, and Juju cook it, and Ben study feeding him, and he mad about that. And then Juju later would become MVP. He mad about that. Skip, how can Kyler Murray? Well, what Kyler did play with his cousin. Hollywood Brown. Yeah. First of all, Kyler Murray and Hollywood Brown, they're college. They see themselves as equal. Antonio Brown doesn't see himself as an equal to Kyler Murray. He's like, Kyler Murray ain't got no all pros. Kyler Murray never been to a Super Bowl. Kyler Murray never led the league in anything. He doesn't see them, and he's going to be constantly chirping. Skip, there's no way. No way. The only team that's equipped, both quarterback, coach, GM, ownership, to handle him, and the Steelers will never trade him there, is who, Skip? New England.
Yep.
Because Tom Brady ain't going to put up with it. First of all, you already know when you go there, Skip. When you fly into Boston, and or Rhode Island, because we flew into Rhode Island, we played. But wherever you fly in at, Skip, guess what? You left your ego in the city that you can. Because, see, if you check your ego at the door, you might forget, I'm Antonio Brown, and go back and grab it. Nah, when you go play for the Patriots, you leave your ego in the city that you came from. Because that's not flying with Bill Belichick. No, Skip, I'm not touching him. Arizona Cardinals, you'll be a fool to touch this man.
Finished?
I'm done.
Silly me, I beg to differ.
Really?
I started telling you soon after January the 8th, when Cliff Kingsbury was shockingly hired to be head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, that Kyler Murray would be a perfect fit with Cliff Kingsbury. I am now here to tell you that Antonio Brown would be a perfect fit with Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury. This is a match made in football heaven. You brought up the cousin, Hollywood Brown. That fateful night, I don't think you went to this game. It was a Friday night after Thanksgiving at West Virginia. You guys didn't do that one.
No, we didn't have that one.
Okay,
Nope.
It wound out 59-56 Kyler over Will Greer. And Antonio managed to show up for the game in his long coat. I forget what it was made of, but he stood on the sideline and he got to watch up close and personal his little cousin catch 11 for 243 and 2 dubs. 243. He got to watch his little cousin average 18 yards a catch the whole season from one Kyler Murray. Ironically, Antonio would step into the Hollywood role in this offense, and it is a great role. It is a satisfying role because you get lots of sugar in this role, man.
But Brown, Marquise Brown is his name, right?
Yeah, Marquise, I think they say.
Okay, he went by Hollywood in name only.
Okay.
Antonio think he Hollywood for real.
Well, he's Mr. Big Chef.
From Hollywood,
Big
Florida,
Chef
that's
Brown.
where it came from.
But all of a sudden, think about this. You do have a very sort of grounding force in Larry Fitzgerald. Is there anybody more respected in a huddle than Larry Fitzgerald as a receiver? A receiver. So you have him as your steadying factor in the huddle. And then you have little Christian Kirk. He's a little lightning bolt out of the slot. And then you split Antonio out wide, and you got
They got J.J. Nelson still there too, right?
Yeah, but and I'm looking at David Johnson coming out of the backfield who can catch it
Yeah,
also
right.
and obviously slash with it. And all of a sudden, the circus is coming to town with Kyler at quarterback.
Yeah, really.
And it's coming to town. And guess who else is coming to town? This would become a national media destination. Am I right?
Yeah, but guess
because
what?
all of a sudden, Arizona's back on the map. I don't even know if I watched 1 minute of one Arizona game last year.
Name the circus that's ever come to town without clowns. That's also coming.
Okay.
They might have some clowns in the offensive line. Maybe.
No.
You
You know.
They might.
Come
They
on,
might.
Skip.
Patrick Peterson is not a clown.
No, but
You know?
no, I'm not talking about Patrick Peterson.
I know, but
Patrick
he's still
Peterson's
there. I'm just
been a
saying.
model citizen.
All of a sudden, you've got firepower and fireworks out in the desert. You have momentum created especially by the little quarterback. I'm telling you, he's a stud now. He's decorated. He won 3 high school national championships in the state of Texas. He won the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah.
He is mentally tough. He was the 9th overall pick in the baseball draft. He has stature to him. For a little man, he's got stature. I believe he could win Antonio's respect enough to keep him at bay and keep him happy.
Skip. Ben is throwing on average 12 targets a game at AB.
I got it.
And that couldn't keep him happy. Skip, I'm telling you what, in my 14 years, I've never seen a rookie quarterback and a veteran receiver of the likes of Antonio Brown. I've never seen a quarterback been able to handle.
I got it. This kid is going to shatter the mold. I'm telling you, he walks into a locker room and a huddle with stature, with credibility to him. I could trust me on his body language.
I don't.
Antonio's going to look at him like, yeah.
Okay.
He's real, man.
Okay, what are you going to do when you don't show up?
And the other thing is, he's got a big arm, and he will fling it. He has grown up in an offense taking shots. They take shots like crazy. You don't think Antonio would love this?
Skip, these are not your mom and pop's Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, I got
They've
it.
morphed
I
into
got
a
it.
Let me ask you a question. How about this here? What happens when he don't show up for work?
Well, I think he'd be the first one in the door.
When?
Serious. This is
early?
night and day.
Skip, man.
It's night and day.
Look, Skip, I have no problem with the Arizona Cardinals selecting Kyler Murray. I have no problem with them selecting players and giving him a great opportunity. But I'm telling you, Skip, now you know who is he listening to? The guy that you nicknamed, you gave him a nickname. That's who he's taking his advice from, the very guy that you gave the nickname to.
Team Obliterator? Is that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh. Or Drew Rosenhaus. I don't know.
No. The thing is, look, at least I know this about T.O. Like or dislike, disruptive, whatever you want to say. T.O. never quit.
No.
I know exactly what I'm going to get.
I agree
from
with
T.O.
that. No, he played as hard as anybody ever.
T.O. would have never said, I'm a little banged up. So I'm going to need time off.
I agree.
And then have my agent call on Saturday, well, I'm good to go.
He did get sent home, but he didn't quit.
I mean, yeah,
I got
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Skip, this will be, if it was Tom Brady and Coach Belichick, because they can handle this.
No, I got
They've
it.
handled some of the worst.
I'm talking about lightning in the desert.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The thing about lightning is hard to harness. I mean, you might have these, these things up that catch it, but boy, what happens when it misses?
Not good.
Skip, I'm not
What
touching
happens when it hits?
it. Oh, yeah, it hit.
True.
Yeah.
But lightning does strike twice in the same place. You know how lightning does strike? Yeah, it does.
I think lightning strike like 10 or 12 times in the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
But here's the thing.
I'm watching every Arizona.
How
I
many
don't know
games
about
you
you.
watched this year?
Of what? Of Arizona?
Arizona.
Every. No, this would
Everyone?
be appointment
this
TV.
year, did you watch? I mean,
Oh, no,
handful.
this last year?
Yeah, this last season.
I'm trying to think,
Thursday
did
night
they-
when they
Was there
came
ever a
on Thursday
game where
night.
You said, I got to watch that.
I had to watch that one.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's what
It
I'm
was-
saying. I mean, that changes everything.
I'm not watching.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
you
watching.
are.
Yes, you are. Then you're not going
Oh,
to show up to work.
please.
No.
Please.
No.
This is marketing. This is new and exciting. It might not work.
Oh,
But
you
we're
can
all
mar-
going to tune in and watch.
You can market it. Market it as a disaster. That's what you go market it as. WWE.
Yep.
Battle Royale. No, Skip. No, not a first. He has to go somewhere. The quarterback is a veteran, has proven the head coach is a no-nonsense, no type of guy. That's where he can go.
That's it. New England, that's your only option?
Skip, Mike Tomlin was a head coach and Super Bowl winning coach, has been there for 13 years. Ben Roethlisberger's resume. And he didn't listen.
Remember, at least for a year, Antonio's got a whole lot to prove, so he might be.
He just told you don't have anything to prove.
Okay, but he might be on his not best behavior, but better behavior.
Skip,
Might be.
Haven't you seen it? You seen his best behavior. Skip, think about it. You didn't think it get any worse from the Facebook Live post. You said it can't get any worse than that.
I would agree.
Feels like a
I
while
just
ago
like
this
the fit.
It's must-watch TV.
Where's the bottom,
I
Skip?
would tune in and
With
watch
his
it.
antics and how he's behaving, where's the bottom?
Well, now I have to look at where's the top.
Either way.
Oh, I already know what he go. He can give me 100 catches, but nah, it ain't worth the headache.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to skip on this one. I hope it happens. I would watch all of it. Okay,
Would I?
speaking
Oh,
of...
you just watch it because old Kyler Murray, you like cover Oklahoma. You know what, Jen?
I like Kyler.
I know you do.
But what's wrong with that? Kyler's a good
You gonna watch
quarterback
Arizona.
with a lot of promise.
Arizona ain't been good basically since Kurt Warner was there.
I didn't believe in Josh.
No mercy.
Something else we stayed up watching last night, maybe we shouldn't have. The Lakers lost their third straight last night to drop them 5.5 games out of a playoff spot. LeBron played 42 minutes last night, but that number might decrease if the Lakers are out of playoff contention. He was asked about the possibility of shutting it down for the rest of the season and told ESPN, quote, "Unless I'm hurt, I'm not sitting games." But he wasn't as definitive with the rest of the media. Take a listen.
That's a conversation that probably will be had between me and Luke. And going forward, I don't know what the what's going on as far as that with the postseason and things of that nature. So I felt like this was definitely a game that we needed tonight for obvious reasons. There's a team that we were chasing, and we didn't take care of business. So, you kind of look at the rest of the games and look at the percentages of what's going on here in the future and see what makes more sense, for not only me but for the team itself as well.
Okay, Shannon, what should your guy do?
Keep playing. That's what he's paid to do. He's paid to play basketball. Now, you should have been, if you wanted to get in the Zion Williamson sweepstakes, you should have made this decision long time ago. Instead of playing him 42 minutes on a Monday night, and 5 of the last 8 games, he's played 40-plus minutes. Skip, keep playing. Now, once they are eliminated, you need to find a way to play him, pull that Anthony Davis. LeBron, you got 32 minutes to do all you need to do. Triple-dub, 30, 40 points, but you'll never play. Skip, I don't care if the game is won, and he's already played them 32, 30, 33 minutes.
Yep.
You ain't going back in, Bron. So get all done what you need to get done. So if you got to play in 15, 17 minutes in the first half, 15, 17 minutes in the second half to get to that number,
Okay.
so be it.
All right.
But Skip, I don't know if you can just have him sitting on a bench on a nightly basis. And there's nothing wrong with him. The NBA is not going to look kindly upon that.
They would not.
And so for me, I just think the thing is you have to find a way to greatly decrease his minutes. And because they don't play well when he's not on the court, Skip. And that was the thing with in Cleveland. We saw him in the playoffs, Skip. They might have a lead or it might have a lead by 3 or 4 points, maybe 5, and then in 90 seconds, the game is tied or they're down. They need to find a way. Luke needs to find a way that Bron can rest and not have to worry because they were up, and then before you know it, LeBron's back in the ball game because they've gone on a run, and in 2 minutes, they're up 2 points, and LeBron has to come back into the ball game. So they need to find a way that LeBron can play 30, 32, 34 minutes a night and call it a wrap. Skip, he doesn't need to be playing. You're out of the playoffs. There's no reason for LeBron to be playing 38, 40 minutes a night. That proves nothing to me.
I got it. Are they out?
No.
Nope.
They're not out.
No.
They're
I
not.
said once they're eliminated.
They're not mathematically eliminated.
Oh, they're
not. They're not even close to being
Yeah, Skip.
Really?
You know what the problem is? They ain't got nobody on the team that can do math. They already eliminated, but nobody's figured that problem out yet. But they are eliminated. You know that, I know that.
Well, if LeBron knows that in his heart of hearts, then you got a big problem because he's just going to shut it down.
No, he ain't going to shut it down. No, they ain't going to shut it down. He's going to still play hard.
When I first saw what he told the gathered media in the locker room when he was sitting,
Yes.
it offended me. It outraged me because I said, LeBron, there are 18 games left. That's still a lot of games.
Right.
But then later, I come to read that he told Dave McMenamin of ESPN, who covers the team, that it would take a whole lot of convincing from Luke for me to shut it down right now. So I think LeBron thought twice about what he had said to the group.
Right.
And reconsidered briefly thereafter and said something else one-on-one to Dave McMenamin. That's the only way I can interpret this.
Right.
I'm going to give you this scenario. Obviously, I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan, so I know a whole lot. I probably know too much about the San Antonio Spurs. They have now won 3 straight games at home, as I predicted to you that they would, because they are really good at home for unknown reasons to me. They are now approaching the best record at home in the whole Western Conference. Mm-hmm. On the road, they are a nightmare. It used to be the other way around when Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker were there. They were always much better away.
And Kawhi.
They came together, not him. He was
out.
there,
Skip, when that was good.
Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, I repeat.
Stop.
So, if my Spurs go on the road, they have 8 games left. Let's just say, for sake of argument, and this is not implausible, that they lose all 8 road games. They have been on that kind of non-tear.
They're going to lose all 8 of them.
Hey, I'm serious.
Maybe 6 of the 8.
I've looked down and I'm saying this is dicey. It's dicey. I've been watching closely. They went on their annual rodeo road trip, and they were a nightmare, night to night to night. It only got worse. So what if they lose all 8?
Okay.
And what if at home they still have Milwaukee, Golden State, Portland.
Yeah.
Portland is playing lights out right now.
They are.
Whew.
And then had a Rodney Hood sighting on Sunday.
Had a sighting, a brief sighting. But what if they lose 3 of their remaining 9 home games? That would finish them off at 42-40. I'm doing like your best case here, but it's still it's a realistic case.
Okay.
Okay, 42-40. What would it take LeBron and company to get to 43-39? It would take them finish 13-5. Is 13-5 impossible?
Impossible.
For the best player on the planet?
I got
13-5?
I got a better chance of flying a fighter jet.
Really?
Skip, they can't win at home or the road.
You could fly a fighter jet.
No, I can't. I can't even crank it up.
Why not?
Because
I believe in you. I would trust you.
I don't trust you.
You could fly a fighter jet. I'll fly a fighter jet.
I trust you.
Yeah.
From the passenger seat in the back seat.
No,
I'm in the back.
I'll go fly it right now. I fly one every day right here on this show.
You do.
Yeah. Okay, so why for LeBron James?
Yes.
That guy, the guy you called the GOAT.
Yeah.
You can't go 13-5. You can't get on a tear. You can't go. What did we hear like 2 weeks ago? I'm going to activate. Yeah. Activate. Yeah. Well, maybe he hadn't activated. Maybe it was just in word only.
You know what? If you told me that LeBron James was going to go against the opposing team's best player one-on-one for 18 games, I believe he can go 13-5. But that's not what is going to happen.
What did we see over the first sort of half of the year up to Christmas?
Yeah.
We saw this team
they
play some really good games.
Well, LeBron got hurt. They were playing with a lot of confidence for whatever reason, Skip.
Okay.
He got hurt, and then it started to unravel, and then by the time, this trade came to be and everybody started, all this and all that, guys were not professional because being traded is a part of the business of basketball. But, Skip, you know good and well, they can't beat Phoenix. How they going to beat? Who else is on that schedule? Who's on
the Lakers schedule? Yeah. Well, they got Denver and Boston coming up, and then they have to go to the Raptors. They have to go to Utah. They have to go to Oklahoma City. They got Golden State at home. They got the Clippers again, and they finish with Utah and Portland. It's hard, but it's LeBron James. I'm trying to give you a break here. I'm serious. Am I not?
Yeah,
I'm trying to say, you're telling me every day you have beaten me over the head with he's the GOAT. You still, it's been within a week ago that you wore the GOAT mask?
Yep.
Wasn't it when was it?
Last week.
Last week.
Monday or something?
Things have changed.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, you're wearing a GOAT mask, and I'm saying 13-5. I'm not saying 18-0. If I'm saying 18-0, you got me. But I'm saying you could maybe just squeeze in the backside at 13-5.
What about 9-9? What'd that get us?
Nowhere.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
what he gonna get.
But 9, you're saying he's a 500 player?
Skip, I'm saying that LeBron James plays a game called team basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the day, Skip, you remember Tiger? Who you want? You want Tiger to field because it was Tiger by himself. If LeBron, like I said, if LeBron James, you named whomever the best players on all those teams, if it's Donovan Mitchell, if it's KD, if it's Dame Lillard, whomever it may be, if LeBron had to play them one-on-one, LeBron gonna go 13-5.
Okay. If he's going to psychologically shut it down,
He's
from
not
this
gonna
point,
do that,
well,
Skip.
okay, but you just told me it's over. So if he thinks it's over, then you're going to open lots of doors for me to say once again, did you come here to semi-retire then?
No.
Did you come here to chase Michael B. Jordan instead of Michael Jordan?
But that's what you would say if he would start to sit. And there's nothing wrong with him if he's a healthy scratch. You're like, see, I told you, he came to be Hollywood. No, he's going to continue to play.
Okay, is his plan just to play long enough on Wednesday night to pass Michael Jeffrey
Hey,
Jordan
wait,
on the all-time? You're thinking all about it because it's your way out of this mess. We're going to get the big celebration. We're going to get.
No, we will celebrate.
We're going to put him back up on the throne on Wednesday night. I predict it right now because he's going to pass Jordan. And everybody's going to say that proves it. He's the GOAT.
Skip,
right?
We're not going to celebrate.
Yes, you are.
Maybe
It's
a
going to
little
be
bit.
over.
A little bit.
All over IG.
A little bit.
Look at me.
A
Need
little
something
bit.
to celebrate.
Skip.
And it'll start off with, I have no words. And then you'll get 500 words.
You know what? Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Okay, but it's the perfect diversion from this disaster.
It's been
right?
a disaster.
It's right on
and
schedule.
guess what? He has 3 more years in a Lakers uniform.
Yep.
So, Skip, it didn't go according to plan. The first year is always the toughest for business. That's why a lot of businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years. And the first year is always the toughest. Okay, LeBron, and this was even tougher than Bron even imagined because LeBron, how he thinks, how great players think, me, Skip, Jenny, and the camera guy, we can make the playoffs. And that didn't happen because for the longest time he's had, and I kept telling you, this team is so much more talented. I can't tell.
Wait a second. You said third in the West?
I said fourth.
Fourth?
Yeah.
We were kind of going back and forth.
Yeah.
Third,
At one
fourth,
point.
third, fourth.
Because
Right?
I had to recalculate my win total.
Third,
We're not gonna
fourth,
get
third,
Skip. Even if we go 18, we'd have to go 18-0 to get to 48 wins.
Yeah, what did you say? I can't remember.
I started at 54,
54.
and then I had to reevaluate, and I think I said 51. Because I said 48, and you going down and I let you goat me into going back in the 50s.
I goated you because I am the GOAT. Yep.
But that's okay. We have to skip.
Do you realize how this is going to taint his legacy?
How?
The playoffs.
How?
How can you miss the
Did it
playoffs?
take Kobe's legacy for missing it 3 times in a row?
Well, is it time to go? Are you going to go get Pau Gasol next year, or are you going to get?
No, we ain't got no power. Power in Milwaukee.
What I'm saying is that's what Kobe needed, Pau, right?
No,
and
we
then
don't.
he
Skip.
switched it back on.
Pop didn't want power anymore.
Okay.
So Skip.
Okay, no, I'm not saying him. I'm saying effective. Who is your Pau Gasol? Because
Oh!
Pau Gasol changed everything.
We got our eye on a few guys.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know. I'm not sure next year you're going to get a
We'll get-
sidekick.
You won't get a
Who's
sidekick.
your co-star? What if you go into next year with the same bunch, basically?
No. That's
you
not
just
happening.
might.
That's not happening.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get me a new team.
You're just going to like clean house and start over? Well, if you do
Well,
that, you
well,
might
Skip-
have to get you a new GM.
Skip.
and-
No. Here's the thing. Basically all those role players are on 1-year contracts.
Yeah.
Rondo, JaVale, Lance, Michael Beasley's gone. Muscala's probably.
Okay.
No. So this is easy. Easily. We can get AD and still have room for a max guy. And we're gonna talk about this guy later, old Kyrie.
We're going to talk
Oh,
about
now
next,
you're
actually.
focused on Kyrie?
Kyrie.
back
I like
on
Kyrie.
him?
I always like Kyrie.
Oh, so you're going to pull all your punches now on
Oh,
Kyrie.
no. I ain't gonna put it.
You like him that much?
I don't like
Okay, well,
Kyrie.
either way, he will be coming to town on Saturday. But here's the thing.
I heard he was
Little
house
dinner?
shopping.
He
Little
keeps
dinner?
pointing his
Really?
finger and blaming the media. He's
sure
got
does.
so much to say. I can't believe you like this.
I love
okay,
it.
we'll
I love
discuss
it.
everything that's going on next.
I love Kyrie.
No mercy.
Kyrie Irving's frustration has been on full display recently. His Celtics have lost 5 of 6, and he's been going at it with the media. Yesterday, Kyrie said the media has, quote, gotten outrageous, and he questioned them calling out himself and other elite players like LeBron and Kevin Durant. Kyrie even said players are, quote, unhappy under scrutiny. Take a listen to his explanation.
just the scrutiny, exploitation that we go through of everything being judged, or someone being a very high stature and people are just still throwing stones at him, just trying to break him and break him and break him and break him. And words are very powerful, and I don't want to disconnect from any other person that would take anything personal, because I'm still that person as well. I don't try to read any more of that. I've disconnected completely from that social media hub, like I said before, which has helped me. But at the same time, it's what makes me great as well, is really just coming to work every single day and doing my job at a very high level and putting on the show for people. I'm an entertainer out there, but I'm a winner first and foremost.
All right, Shannon, do you have a problem with Kyrie's explanation?
Yeah, I do. Because Kyrie, see, the thing is, when Kyrie was in Cleveland, what he didn't realize that LeBron James was the umbrella that kept him from getting wet. See, he wants all the praise of being a superstar, being the guy that leads a team, with none of the criticism that comes when things don't work out well. You see, Boston plays better with Kyrie off the court because they have to play different with Kyrie on the court because he needs the ball to be successful.
True.
Brad Stevens, because when he was a head coach, when he was a head coach at Butler, he didn't have 5 stars. He didn't have guys that could dominate a ball game one-on-one, just give it to him and get out the way.
He had kind of one, but...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we got to pass the ball. We got to move the ball.
They do.
And that's the way they played minus Kyrie when he got hurt last year. And it took him all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Final.
It did.
And everybody assumed, man, they got that far. That's what people automatically assume. They got that far without Kyrie. Imagine what they do. They get a healthy Kyrie. They get a healthy Gordon Hayward. But what they fail to realize is that you have to play different with a healthy Kyrie. Skip, greatness and leadership are 2 different things. And I tell people this all the time. Greatness, you can be born great or you can become great. Have it thrust upon you. Leadership, you either born with that ability or you're not. Kyrie is not a natural leader. He thinks he is. He thinks leadership is being a great player. Well, if I'm great, do all this, they're going to follow me. No, Kyrie. That's not how leadership works. And I always say the military, Skip, when you go to the military, they don't say when you show up for basic training, okay, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. Nah, we'll play it out. We'll find out. The drill sergeant and all the ones, okay, that's the leader of the battalion. That's who's going to be the guy. And Kyrie is great. No question in that, Skip. Like I said, his handles, his ability to finish at the rim with either hand, mid-range, 3-point. Put him on the line, he's going to go 9 or 10.
He is.
But his leadership ability, Skip, is always everybody's fault. Skip, you would think a guy that was so highly recruited, #1 player in the country, goes to Duke, the #1 pick in the draft. You see, Skip, nobody criticized Kyrie when he was in Cleveland without LeBron because nobody cared they were losing.
No.
It wasn't until, remember, Skip, that thing what we call expectations. Now, you're on a team that went to the Eastern Conference Final, you're the best player. What's going on, Kyrie? Oh, y'all trying to tear me down.
Yep.
Name a great player that's never got criticized, Skip. Ask KD. KD said the very thing. Nah, Kyrie, you know how this works, bruh. You think it's going to be easier if you go to New York? You think the Boston media is something? Man, you don't even know media, Kyrie. You don't even know her.
Well, he would hope to have an umbrella named Kevin Durant, right?
But they better win. Because both of them, you remember, both of them stands, I just want to play ball. I just want to play, I just want to hoop. I don't want to do all this other stuff. Well, all that other stuff got you, that Nike deal, that $100 million Nike deal.
I'm going to say it one more time. I'm still a big fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kyrie remains the best closer in the game, period, end of story. But on a daily basis right now, he is proving to be an even worse leader than LeBron has been this year with the Lakers.
Okay.
He's worse. And it's getting worse by the utterance coming out of his mouth. And what I found most offensive about these remarks is that he dared to put himself in the same sentence with LeBron James and Kevin Durant. As you well know, what has Kyrie proven? Next to nothing. He was LeBron's sidekick and closer for one championship run.
Yes.
And other than that, help me out. What has he proven? Nothing. LeBron, obviously, as you well know, has won 3 championships and been to 9 finals. That's pretty great.
4 league MVPs.
Yeah. Kevin Durant has won back-to-back finals MVPs. That's a pretty good body of work.
Yeah.
And Kyrie has done what? If I eliminate that game 1 of the 2015 finals when unfortunately he got hurt in overtime, if I just forget about that one, and that was LeBron's game and Dellavedova's game, what has Kyrie been in the finals? 5 and 7. Not great. And you're putting yourself in the same sentence with LeBron and KD? Is it because you did the Uncle Drew movie and now you're a superstar basketball player because you're a superstar movie star? Is that what you're saying to me? Because I think he's lost all perspective on who he really is.
Right.
And now he's blaming the media on a daily basis for his failure to lead the Boston Celtics.
Correct.
Which is exactly what he wanted to happen. He forced his way out from under LeBron James.
With 2 years left on his contract.
So he could lead the hallowed Boston Celtics and Boston Garden, right?
I want to be my own man.
I want to be my own man with a team with some history to it.
Yeah.
Okay, God bless and good luck to you. And now he's failing, and he's saying, how dare you guys blame me with my body of work? Well, his body of work includes 3 seasons before LeBron went home, right? And in those 3 seasons in Cleveland, his teams went 21 and 45 and 24 and 58 and 33 and 49. That's 74 games under 500 over a 3-year span. That's a lot of
they
losing.
got Anthony Bennett, first overall pick. Andrew Wiggins, first overall pick.
And yet he dared to say yesterday, I'm a winner first and foremost. Well, don't tell me, show me. I need more body of work. Don't tell me you're LeBron James. Go be. Go be it.
And hold on. But the guys in the locker room.
Yep.
Now it's being reported that he's become disengaged. Now remember, Skip, now after this happened, it was reported that he became disengaged in Cleveland.
Correct.
Now, and I said at the beginning, I said, Skip, I think there's really not a really, I think there's a less than 50-50 chance that he resigns with Boston. He didn't, they had the fanfare and like, I'd love to resign if you guys love to have me. I mean, what's he supposed to say in that setting? Like, nah, I'm just got 1 more year and I'm up out of here. He said all the right things, but it appears to me as this thing goes longer and longer, Kyrie wants the superstar status treatment, the good.
Yep.
But Skip, you always gonna blame the superstar when things doesn't go well. He takes the criticism. Kyrie, you're the best player. Who you think they're supposed to put it on? Jaylen Brown? Rozier? Tatum? Oh, let me guess. I guess they're supposed to, hey, Daniel Tice, what you think going on right here? What's going on with the Celtics? That's who they're supposed to go ask, Skip?
Okay.
Or the Mars twin, I forget, I think it's Marcus. Is it Marquise or Marcus?
Which one, Boston?
The one in Boston.
Marcus.
Marcus, yeah. Are they going to ask him? No. They go to you, Kyrie. You the superstar.
Okay.
That's how it's just like when they're going to go ask LeBron or they're going to go ask Russ. Ask KD about that criticism that he got when he was in OKC. When he and Russ, they blew that 3-1 lead, or he couldn't get his team out of the first round. Ask KD about that criticism. Ask Jordan about the criticism that he got. All he can do is score. He ain't win no championship. All he can do is score.
Yep. So back in the day, a number of superstars told me when they didn't like something I wrote, today's newspaper, tomorrow's toilet paper. And I'd say, okay, that's fair, because that's true.
Right.
If that's what you believe, that's the truth.
Right.
That's maybe what you thought. I don't know, because I can't guard you. I can't stop you. I can't tackle you.
Right.
I can't do anything. I can't prevent you from leading, scoring, and winning basketball games,
Correct.
right? There's nothing I can do. I can type all day. I can speak all day. I can wave my hands all day. I cannot affect you. And he's letting all of this go way deep down and affect him.
Right.
How dare you tear me down? What did he say? You're the scrutiny and the exploitation? The exploitation? You're making, what does he make, $30-some million?
I think,
really?
I think we got a different definition of exploitation. I think Kyrie, Kyrie want to pass himself off as just some philosophical, this great thinker.
Yep.
Oh, the earth is this, and I just want people to think. Bro, play basketball.
When you get called out, it doesn't feel good. I mean,
You're the
Celtics-
leader. You're the best player. You're not the leader, but you're the best player.
You're not telling him to shut up and dribble.
No.
You're just saying, play basketball.
They're
Right.
9-2
Because,
without him.
you
Like,
know,
he knows it.
And by the way,
he feels it.
He does have, like, sometimes he's too deep of a thinker. Like, he thinks too much. Just click it off, man.
Right.
Click it off and go play.
Well, since you're thinking all that, because think about it, Skip. When
Yeah.
they made that run to get back in the game Sunday,
Yep.
Kyrie was on the bench.
He was on the bench. Well, you've seen that stat. They're 6-0 without him in the recent past, and 0-6 with
Skip,
him.
you remember in Indy
Yeah.
when they made that 25-point comeback,
Yeah.
he and Kevin Love was on the bench. LeBron did it with a bunch of role players, and I don't know, Kai. I don't know.
We got the Celtics issues on the East, and then we got the Lakers issues on the West.
Right.
So does LeBron deserve the blame for the Lakers' loss last night? Stephen
Little bit.
Jackson answers that question.
That much.
No mercy.
The Lakers continue to struggle, losing 113-105 to the Clippers last night. LeBron scored 27 points, but his squad lost their third straight to fall 5.5 games out of the final playoff spot with only 18 games left. LeBron said after the game, quote, "Everyone has been talking about the postseason, but we should be worried about each and every game and how we can continue to get better." We're joined by FS1 NBA analyst Stephen Jackson. Stephen, good morning.
I wouldn't go that far. Right, I'm not sure it's so
Not
good.
a good morning?
You know?
Okay, what was your takeaway from that game last night?
The season's over. Everybody, they went in the huddle for the game. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Season's over.
That's what they said?
That's what that's what it looked
Great.
like.
They're thinking.
That's what they're
thinking
thinking. That's
about-
what it looked
yeah,
like.
Okay.
It looked like the season over already. I mean, I was telling him at the end of the game, you know, I'm always praising LeBron, but it's been a lot of me. Perfect example. Being the leader of the team, everybody know LeBron's a professional. Everybody know he's going to finish the season the right way. He's going to go down as one of the best ever. But at the end of the season, when you're dealing with a young team, regardless how you're going to finish out, you have to speak as a group. So even if you know that you're going to only can control what you can control is yourself, and you're going to finish the right way, you still have to say, as a team, we're going to finish the right way. Regardless of what they're doing, you have to say that to lead these guys as a young team. I don't like how he's been me, but what I do understand is it's difficult being that great and having such a high basketball IQ and loving the game so much to give so much to the game and your team is not going with you. So I understand that about LeBron. We all know he gives his all. We all know that he wish he had a better team. But at the same time, he has to speak life into these young guys. Even if the season's over, being a professional is more than just worrying about yourself and being a leader. You have to bring your whole team into that.
Skip, I knew it was going to be a long night. You know how I knew that? Opening tip. Patrick Beverly get the ball and go lay the ball up. I said, it's going to be a long night.
Patrick Beverly.
How you do, Skip?
That's called I want this ball more than you do.
He's a dog. I love Patrick Beverly. I love Patrick Beverly.
So I knew that was happening. This was very disappointing.
Although the first quarter it turned out pretty well, right?
Stack, you could see, like LeBron, okay, they had Patrick Beverly on him. And a lot of times they weren't able to swing the ball fast enough to get it to him in a position where he could score or he could beat the double team. So when the double team would come, he would pass out of it for a wide open shot. And they miss, and they miss. It's like a quarterback, Skip. I'm only going to throw you the ball so many times that you keep dropping it that I'm going to like, you know what? I need to find somebody else.
But you said it. Nobody shouldn't have to tell LeBron to go into Kobe mode. You know y'all need all these games to win the playoffs. You're supposed to be in Kobe mode automatically.
There's no way he and Rondo should have the same amount of shot attempts.
No, Rondo shouldn't have 10 three-pointers.
I told Skip. they was like, oh, let him, hey, he see a couple of them go in, he think he's Steph Curry. No, bro. Don't do that. But look, at the end of the day, the team is not put together well, but LeBron's going to have to wear this one. This one fits. This is an extra large. This one fits LeBron here because I needed you to take 30 shot attempts, and whether you are efficient, like he always, because LeBron likes to be efficient. He likes to play, look, I don't want to take all these shots and shoot, 5 or 25. James Harden said, I don't care what my shooting percentage is. As long as we win the game, I'm good. James Harden had 18 three-point attempts. LeBron James, in a game that they absolutely had to have, took 18 total shots. James Harden took 18 threes.
In one game?
18 on Sunday.
He did.
Wow.
But that's the approach. He's like, I don't like doing this. I don't know if he don't like doing it, but I need to in order for us to win. LeBron, whatever it needs, because 27, 8, and 6, 27, you had 27, 16, and 9. That's not it. You got to get to that 40.
Those are roll out of bed numbers for LeBron James.
Yep.
Seriously. last night just tore me up watching LeBron. The league needs him in the postseason. The networks need him in the postseason. We need him in the postseason. Everybody wants him to be in the postseason. Even if they got swept by Golden State, we need LeBron James when it matters, when it starts to really count. And last night was the night because it's the team you're chasing. It's your in-city rival. You want to keep them under thumb. You want to show Laker Nation,
they've been talking
we
smack.
got this.
Yeah.
Talking smack. 6'1" Patrick Beverley is screaming in the postgame locker room Sunday after they beat the Knicks, I want LeBron. I want LeBron? You know where he came from? Nowhere. He was undrafted. He spent 6 years overseas in Ukraine and Greece and Russia. And that guy screaming, I want him? That's the GOAT, says Shannon Sharpe. That's the best player on the planet. I want him. And I had to sit and watch Saturday night, 7'1", DeAndre Ayton, a rookie center, guard LeBron the whole game at the top of the circle. Just standing flat-footed. I got you. I'm saying, LeBron, just blow by him. He can't guard you. Put him on a string. Right. What would LeBron in his heyday have done to DeAndre Ayton? It would be destruction.
Line him up.
Yeah,
right
come on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Straight to the back. Can you imagine, Skip? Let me find out a journeyman DB.
Yep.
They win a ball game. Oh, I got Shannon Sharpe next week. All over the field, me and him. I wish he...
You'd say, John, please, today, please.
You would like that?
You might say that going into the game,
Yep.
but I promise you won't be saying that coming out of the game.
No.
I guarantee you next time LeBron see Patrick Beverley, it's going to be a different story.
Well, I hope so.
It's too late.
It has to be because
But why
Beverly
would-
showed him a different side last
From
night.
jump last night, Patrick Beverley actually took LeBron. He's
Yes.
6'1" to 6'9".
You know Patrick Beverly, that dog.
He do that to everybody.
You already know.
I thought LeBron would go into activation, right?
Yes.
Like
Every
just throw me
time.
the ball in the post. Throw me the ball. What would you have done to Patrick Beverley?
Well-
Right now, what would you do to Patrick Beverley?
Oh, I definitely go at him, post him up, take him on the block every time. I wish he was in a
How
big
tall
three.
are you?
I'm 6'7.5".
Okay.
I wish he
LeBron's
was in a big
6'9".
three. I will post him up every time.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get one offensive foul because I'm gonna shoot him that boy in the chest.
You got
like,
to.
back up.
No, you got to run over him the first
Yes.
time. You got to run over.
You're going to foul him out? Yep. You're going to foul him out. Come on. You're going to march to the
That's
free
the only
throw
thing.
line.
That's the only language that Patrick Beverly understands is that you got to meet his intensity with the intensity that he's showing you.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Because like me, some nights I'm not better than some guys, but I'm gonna play harder than you every night, and that's the advantage Patrick Beverly have over guys.
yes.
So, fourth quarter starts and you're down 6. I'm thinking, okay, activate LeBron. You still got this. They got Lou Williams. I got that. But you're LeBron James. Here we go. And what happens right away? 10:22 left in the fourth quarter. That pass. Could we see this pass? It's just careless, lackadaisical, cross-court. I'll just fling it over here. And there goes Lou Williams. And there did not go LeBron James to chase him down. Come on, LeBron, you're late. You got to chase.
In the Phoenix game, though, Kelly Oubre.
Yeah.
Bron normally run those things down. He just
No.
casually ran by him.
Skip, it's kind of like if the ball caroms off my hand in an interception and I don't chase it.
No, you got to chase.
Remember, you had that problem with Dez.
No, I had
with
it with
Dez.
Zeke.
With Dez. Yeah.
You remember Zeke? Everybody was on, again, the Denver game.
Denver game, yeah.
6:48 left last night. It came to this for LeBron James. A second-year player named Kyle Kuzma, if we could see this, had to shove him into closing out.
Yes.
This is a shove closeout by Kyle Kuzma. LeBron, go get him! And he actually, he pushed him good, man. He pushed him right into
Yeah,
it.
but if LeBron was engaged, you wouldn't have to do that. He wasn't engaged like
Kyle
that.
Kuzma had to push LeBron into closing out? Really?
Hey, and you know, that's when you go in the locker room and say, bro, I know. Don't do that again.
Right.
No, seriously.
Really?
Seriously.
Yeah, what?
That conversation should have happened last night.
then-
Some type of way. Either Kuzma went to LeBron like, look, bro, I shouldn't have to push you on D, and Bron's was like, bro, don't push me. But you can tell that.
Either way, he
push
didn't
me.
move.
But you
What?
can tell both of them on their way out. They both on their way out.
And then 4:27 left, the Cancun play of the night from LeBron. It was Cancun. The
backs are back.
We see this. It's a left-handed layup, and he just says,
He always
I don't
finishes
really care that much. I'll leave it short. That's just a
He
left.
don't miss those.
Come on.
He don't miss.
If you're into it,
That's the one he hit against game one against
Yeah.
Paul George in
He did.
Indiana.
Yeah, that same.
That's
he
the
won the
exact-
game. That was it.
Same left hand.
Well, I don't know. I just kept saying,
It's losing.
Yeah, it's frustrating, man.
okay.
It gets tough.
Do you realize the Lakers lost the fourth quarter 22-20? So LeBron James, often guarded by Patrick Beverly, could muster up with this team only 20 points in the fourth quarter. Okay.
Rodney Hood had 21 on Sunday against
But
Charlotte.
you know what helped that? If the guys knew spacing and they was knocking down shots.
But they
That
don't
would have
have any
killed all
shooters.
that. They don't understand the game either.
But here's the thing. Look at the guys that they put around him. I said, skipping out, we was talking about, like, I'm looking at this team. This is what LeBron is not used to playing with this. He need Mike Millers and Ray Allens and Kevin Loves and J.R. Smith, guys that can knock down shots. These guys aren't shooters.
Yeah.
Rondo.
Well, they think Reggie Bullock is.
Man, Reggie Bullock just got off the plane. He played 35, 36 minutes, and he was 0 for. He was 3 for 10, 0 for 7 for 3.
Yeah.
Come on. He played 35 minutes and give you 7 points.
A lot of people
I give
can
you
shoot,
3.
but a lot of people can't shoot with the lights on.
If you know what? And I was telling someone this. I said, you notice how all these guys, when they start playing with LeBron, all of a sudden they can't shoot like that because the pressure of being somewhere else where the expectation is
I
not
agree with
there.
that.
You go with LeBron, you know you're gonna get the ball.
I know.
You're going to get everything, the limelight, the playoffs, everything.
But
Ball,
I've
everything.
seen many nights when Kuzma and Ingram got going and they couldn't miss.
Yes. Yeah.
But all of a sudden now it became like playoff time. This felt like a playoff push game.
Well, Skip, it looks like, too, they're not together.
Yeah.
You know, the season looks over for them.
Yep. And
then the
why
injuries.
didn't Brandon Ingram play last night? I don't know.
Injuries.
Right? I mean, and that was random because we hadn't heard anything about
Nothing.
that
And all of a
leading
sudden
up
he
to
says,
the game.
my shoulder aches at shoot around. What?
At some point.
Let me say this for you,
can't
though.
forget.
Everybody who's killing the Lakers now, keep that same energy come this summer.
Because we got something brewing.
It's possible.
I ain't gonna say no, we got something brewing.
Is that what-
It's brewing still, Bayless. And guess what?
I can smell it over
No,
there.
it's brewing. And Club Shay Shay, I'm
Shannon.
gonna get my liquor license back. And Club Shay Shay will be open again.
Good.
I lost my liquor license, but
Hey.
it'll be open.
We're patiently waiting, Steven. Thank you for being with
Thank
us
you,
this
thank
morning.
you.
So who is the team to beat in the NFC East? Redskins tight end
I
Vernon
know it's not.
Davis
Oh,
is
here we
here.
go.
We're going to ask him next.
No mercy.
Our next guest just finished his 13th season in the NFL. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, and his 62 career touchdown catches are the same number as some guy named Shannon Sharpe. He's got a nutrition
Is that
brand
right?
called Timeless
I
Sports
didn't know that.
Nutrition. Yeah, there you go. I had to throw it in. Sorry, Shannon. And he is even doing some acting in his free time. So, from the Washington Redskins, Vernon Davis, welcome to Undisputed.
Welcome.
We're going to talk about what you've done on the field, but I do want to know a bit more about your acting. Tell us about your acting career, where you're at right now with that.
Well, it started at Shelton's Theater of Art in San
Okay.
Francisco. Right now, I'm just taking classes and just fine tuning some things and making sure that I can be the best that I can possibly be when I go out there, just like football.
So is this the next career?
Possibly. I look up to this guy right here. This is my guy. I want to be just like him.
Yeah,
Everything I do is because of this guy.
By
He
the way,
paved the
he's
way.
my idol too.
Don't believe it.
Probably not.
But you're big into art. You have an art, I think an art gallery. You paint.
Yeah, I paint. My major was art studio when I was at University of Maryland. So from there, I feel like if you're an artist, you can do anything.
Right.
So once upon a time, you were the ultimate workout warrior at the combine. Remember this day? Remember when you go 6'3 1/4", 254 pounds, and you time 4.38 in the 40 at the combine, and you get up 33 reps at 225 pounds, and that was probably an off day for you, right? The 33 reps?
Possibly. I can't sit here and brag. I don't want to talk about it. I can't brag about
Tell
it.
about that 42-inch vertical.
42-inch vert. You know what? It just happened. You know, as a kid, you're out there jumping. You're playing basketball. Basketball was always my favorite sport. I didn't make it. I played against Kevin Durant a little bit in high school. He's from my hometown.
Yeah.
So, it's just that background, having that basketball background, pretty much.
So did you follow any of this weekend's combine, some of the numbers that came out of it?
Yeah.
DK Metcalf is a wideout. He runs 4.33 and he goes 228 pounds. Freaky look, he's got the great build, but I don't know if he was any Vernon Davis.
No.
And Montez Sweat runs at 260 pounds, 4.41. I don't know. I'm not sure it's any more impressive than what Vernon Davis did. So the question of all this is, how much did all of that translate into playing football?
I feel like it's just one of those things. Like if you're super athletic, you can go out there and play ball, be the best you can possibly be. You look at all the guys who's done it, from Shannon on down. Those guys were extremely athletic. There's some that stand out more than others. But like I said, it all goes into your athleticism. So I feel like it's an integral piece to seeing if this talent that we're looking at is able to be the best for our team, and are they truly who we've been looking at in college.
How much did you train? How much did you train for the combine? Did you train? Because, and I tell Skip this, is that, look, if you tell me in 8 weeks, here's the test that I'm going to give you, and I'm going to give you an opportunity every day for 8 weeks to take that exact test that I'm going to give you in 8 weeks, you should be able to do well. Because if you go train, you're going to run 40s, you're going to bench press, you're going to vert and standing long jump and short shoulder and 3 and 4 cone. You're going to do all that stuff. So how much did you train for the combine? And obviously, you got God-given ability. How much did you train?
I trained a lot. We trained a lot, especially when it comes to the bench press. The bench press was one of those things that we focused on. We had to make sure we had that technique developed before we went out there. But when it comes to speed, you can't coach that. That's just God-given.
You can refine the technique a little bit, right?
Because it's the first couple of steps in the 40.
It's the first couple of steps, but if you're fast, you're fast. Right. I mean, if you're Deshaun Jackson, you're Deshaun Jackson.
Right.
So looking forward to next year with the Redskins, who's your quarterback going to be?
I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure that out. You know, I know who we have in house, but I don't know who that guy is going to be. We all know about Alex Smith, the injury he suffered, but you know, praying for him. Hope he continues to get well. But I don't know who the quarterback's going to be.
So who would you take if you had your choice? Alex Smith healthy or Kirk Cousins healthy?
You know, I was with Alex Smith for years. That's my guy. He's always going to be my guy. I love him. So I'm going to have to be a little biased. I'm going to have to say Alex Smith. I'm going to take him all day. I love Kirk. I love you too, buddy, but Alex is my guy.
Why Alex?
Because I look at his career, everything he's gone through. I was with him from day one when Singletary was there to Harbaugh. I watched him go through those growing pains, fight through adversity, and he just continued to persevere along the way, and I respect him more than anything. He's one of those guys that if you want to look up resilience, you look up Alex Smith because, I mean, he's a fighter.
When it's funny that you mentioned Coach Singletary, and everybody knows that famous rant when it says you can't coach him, you can't win with him. He was talking about you. What did you learn? What did you learn from that moment?
When I remember going home and I was sitting on the bed. I was looking at my kids and I just sat there. I said, "Wow, I'd rather play with 10 guys than to play with someone that's all about himself. I want winners.
That's good.
I can't coach him. I can't do it."
That's beautiful.
I love Singletary. That's my guy. We became the closest of friends. I'm going to say one thing, though. I'm going to say that I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for that man. He really helped me. He knew what my goals were and all the guys that I looked up to and wanted to emulate, like Shannon. And so he told me the only way to get there is to be the best leader I could possibly be. Make sure that my teammates, I'm there for my teammates, supporting them, and I'm staying penalty-free. Can't go out there and make bonehead decisions when it comes to getting penalized by hitting guys, and just do the right thing, and everything will happen for you. That's what he told me.
Did you go back at Coach Singletary maybe the next day or the next?
We had a deep conversation. We just sat there, had a heart-to-heart, and I understood where he was coming from. I said, in order for me to be able to get to the next level and have a long career, I have to do everything that this man is telling me to do, because he's done it. I mean, it's Hall of Fame, Mike Singletary. I mean, what better person can you have in your corner than a guy like that?
So next year in the East, which team will be better? Eagles, Cowboys?
I'm going to have to go with the Eagles.
Oh, Eagles, you heard it.
Sorry.
I
apologize.
Because?
Because of who they have. I mean, they're building a dynamic team. I mean, they're continuing to make these great off-season acquisitions. And I know we hear a lot about folks leaving, but Carson Wentz is incredible. I mean, I stand there on the sideline watching. We play those guys two times during the season.
You used the word incredible. You hear that?
I watched Carson Wentz lose twice to Dallas last year. I don't know what. Maybe my TV was faulty.
He's a Cowboys
I don't
fan.
know. I don't know about that. So I don't know. The Cowboys are the reigning.
The man said he stand on the sideline and watch the Eagles twice a year.
Yep.
Say the man was incredible. Take him at his word.
Well, I'm trying to take him at his word that you're his idol.
He ain't mentioned nothing about the Cowboys. He ain't mentioned nothing about Dak being incredible.
So what do you think of Dak Prescott?
I think Dak is, he's pretty talented. He's talented. I think he still has a lot of room to grow. He has, his future's in front of him. So he just have to continue to keep getting better as a player, making sure that he's getting those passes downfield, continuing to be accurate.
Hold up. So we named him. I ain't gonna call him names. Somebody named him Dink and Dak. You see a lot of that Harvard. Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying, Skip.
So this was going up on the bulletin board.
Oh, really?
What bulletin board?
So I want you to explain why you idolized him. What did you see in him?
Oh, he's the best ever do
Really?
it. Yeah, oh yeah, he's the best to ever do it.
Argue with
Can you tell we got similar builds? Nah. I've never been 250. No, Skip.
Huh?
Skip, the dude ran at 255, ran 438. But I don't think people realize how fast that is.
Yeah.
To run sub 4.4 at 250. Like I said, and the dude probably he's as lean as DJ Metcalf. Because I don't think people are like, well, oh, he got 5% body fat, he got this body fat. I say for a man that's under 200 pounds to have less than 5%, to have 5% body fat, that's nothing. You start getting the 210s, 230s, 240, 250, and that body fat start going down to the single digits.
254. Yep.
And dude walking out. Oh, he had his muscles had muscles.
And honestly, he is one of the few who translated
Yes.
off that warrior workout.
He had a
right?
417 cone drill, which tells you, because remember Metcalf, Skip, he was 95, 97% in all the jumping categories, but when it came to the cone drill and the shuttle, he was in the bottom third. Well, that tells me that this man could drop his hip, get in and out of breaks, change directions. We're going to see if DJ Metcalf can do that because the cone and the shuttle says, nah, not really.
All right.
Is that the man with the old shape? That's the old shape.
Well,
I know you're feeling good about yourself, Shannon.
you timed 4.8.
No, I didn't time no.
That's what the Cowboys say.
When you start putting out that misinformation,
it's
that's fake news. That's fake news,
Is there
y'all.
anything else we should know about your movie that's going to be coming out?
No, I mean, just basically, what the movie's about is about the first black deputy along the Mississippi River named Bass Reeves, which is a pretty interesting story.
Wow.
Good
The
story to hear about.
preparation, though, for football versus acting, how different is it? The mentality and getting into that zone. I just am so fascinated.
I feel like there's a lot of similarities, a lot of correlation when it comes to acting and football. When I'm in that trailer, I can't wait to get out there and make that big play, especially when you're doing your own stunt. It's like you have to make that, you have to make it happen. You have to bring it to life because when the cameras are rolling and everyone's sitting back watching, you want to make sure that you're giving them the best material you can give them. And it's just like football. It's like game day. You're sitting back, can't wait to get out there and make that play.
The energy of it.
If you can remember those plays, you can remember the lines.
Absolutely.
Well, Shannon's going to say you can come back anytime after all the
Anytime,
compliments for this guy. Vernon,
Appreciate you, Shannon. Appreciate you.
joining us on Undisputed, and make sure to check out his new movie, Hell on the Border, out later this year. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
No mercy.
The Cowboys put the franchise tag on defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence yesterday, which would pay him just over $20 million next season. But Lawrence is seeking a long-term deal, and he will reportedly sit out the entire offseason program if he isn't given a new contract by the July 15th deadline. Lawrence led the Cowboys with 25 sacks in the last 2 years. So, Shannon, what should Dallas do?
Pay him. Skip, first of all, let me say I hate the franchise tag because what the Cowboys are doing, they're betting against him. And if I'm the Players Association, I'm going to do away with the franchise and transition tag because if you're going to put me on a rookie wage scale, there's no way you're going to suppress my value from getting a long-term deal when I become available. Because
they signed off on it.
Exactly. Right. Because they sold them a bill of goods that was never going to exist. Oh, we want to transfer that money to you guys, give it to the guys that's proven and helped the league. And so we don't think these unproven guys should get this. Okay, you going to shortchange me on the front end. You're going to say, okay, rookies, you can only make this. And then when it's time for me to get my money, well, we can franchise you not 1 year, not 2 years, and then you can come back and turn around and transition me for the third year. How's that fair?
It's not. You're still making really good money, but not maybe the top dollar.
I want the security. Yeah. Because like I said, you're betting, because here's the thing, they kept betting against Kirk because they're like, well, we don't think. Yeah. I think DeMarcus Lawrence has shown you, Skip, ever since he had that one issue, he got that resolved, and he's been on the straight and narrow. Compensate the man. What do y'all mean? You drafted him in the second round. This is what happens, Skip. When you have good drafts, what happened? The players turn out to be really good. You got 3 linemen making top money with their positions. And you drafted well, you got Dak, you got Zeke, you traded for Amari, DeMarcus Lawrence, Byron Jones. Okay, Skip, this is what happens. You drafted these guys. When you looked at them on tape, you went to the combine, you're like, whoo, man, we need that guy. Now all of a sudden, well, we're going to go year to year. We like you. We're not going to give you a key to the apartment. We dating, but we're not serious. This is what they're telling DeMarcus Lawrence. We like you, DeMarcus. We dating. You don't get a key. We're not that serious. And if something, hey.
It's not a good feeling.
No.
But it's the correct feeling.
Really?
The Redskins were never sold on Kirk Cousins because they shouldn't have been sold on Kirk Cousins. And they played it correctly from year to year and finally said, okay, too rich for our blood. And you saw what happened, right?
Yeah, and so what are they going to do now? They got Josh Johnson and they got Mark Sanchez.
Okay, but they had Alex Smith, and unfortunately, he suffered a career-threatening injury.
And you think they were going to make the playoffs with Alex Smith?
Yes, I do. Okay. I think they were really good with Alex Smith because he's really good. This whole situation with DeMarcus Lawrence, by the day, is starting to smell worse and worse to me. It's starting to stink because it's not setting up very well for the Dallas Cowboys. And I frankly don't trust one word that comes out of your mouth about my Dallas Cowboys because you're relishing this.
No, I'm not, Skip.
You're trying to fan the flames of this because you want it to go from bad to worse.
Maybe.
Or worst. And in this case, I'm going to say it again about DeMarcus Lawrence. He's a good player, but he's not a great player. Okay. He's not Charles Haley. I love Charles Haley.
Well, Skip, but he's free. He don't have to be. But guess what? If I'm DeMarcus Lawrence, guess what? I see y'all first opening day.
Okay.
I ain't coming to training camp, not OTAs, not mini camps. Deuces.
How do you feel about
opening day?
Just for the record, when DeMarcus was a rookie, he had a foot injury. And then he wound up having back surgery twice. And now he says he needs a shoulder surgery that he is not going to get until he gets signed.
Get that money.
Okay.
Get that money.
I don't like that.
I love it.
Yeah,
that's how you do it with DeMarcus.
I don't like that.
That's how you do it, DeMarcus.
And he did get suspended, as you pointed out, one time for 4 games for some sort of substance abuse. Not sure exactly what it was. Maybe amphetamines. That's what got reported. But I don't know that for a fact. So what have we seen? We saw, not this past year, but the year before, he had a monster year. 14 and a half sacks.
Yeah.
Last year he had 10 and a half sacks, but guess what? He had 5 of those sacks in the first 4 games last year, and then he started to tail off, and he got quiet.
You know why?
He didn't get quiet in the locker room because he was talking big, bad stuff.
You know why he quieted off? Who else can rush the passer besides him? How Randy Gregory doing?
Yeah, he was doing good.
Yeah, really? What about David Irving? Where was David Irving?
He was nowhere to be seen.
Exactly. So when you only have one guy that can consistently rush the passer, you slide the protection. Khalil Mack was a lot more dominant in Chicago than he was in Oakland. Von Miller is a lot more dominant when he had D. Ware on the other side and Malik in the middle.
Okay. Then we got to those 2 playoff games, and DeMarcus Lawrence had 0 sacks and 0 sacks.
Yeah, I'm not going to let him beat me.
They rave about DeMarcus Lawrence as a run stopper. That's what Rod Marinelli says. He's one of the best run stoppers, defensive end in the league.
One of the best.
And I had to sit there like this for the whole night on a Saturday night when my Cowboys were playing right here in L.A. at the Coliseum and watch the Rams run for 273 yards.
I didn't do that.
273?
Hold on.
170 in the first half?
What was the Wolf Hunter?
Huh?
Wolf
He
Hunter.
was out there. They said he was had an upset stomach.
Okay, I bet he was upset. I bet he was upset.
Yeah, that's what they said.
I saw them do my bull jive on the field. What about what's the other guy? Yeah, Sean. Sean Lee.
On the key play of the game, for some reason that I cannot defend, Wolf Hunter was on the sideline and Sean Lee was in the game.
What?
And Jared Goff ran for like 18 yards in the first down that killed the clock.
But Skip, in what professional sport do they inhibit your ability to go get paid? They don't do this in basketball.
Okay.
They don't do this in baseball. So not only do they not do it in the other two.
To go get overpaid is what you're talking about, right?
So I see. It's you, the media, that fan these flames.
My fault.
Yeah, it's your fault because you make it seem like only football players get overpaid. Did Albert Pujols? How'd that $240 million, $10 million, 10-year, $240 million contract looking? What about Robinson Cano?
Right. How many World Series have the Angels won?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So is he overpaid?
Yeah.
So But football players are not the only one to get overpaid. Do you think Aaron Donald has earned that big contract? Has Tom Brady earned every penny?
Yes.
What about Drew Brees? Yeah, Skip. Look, there are going to be situations where guys get paid and they don't pan out. Not only in football, but baseball and basketball also. But to say, you know what, we're going to, and in basketball, they do the same thing. Baseball, Skip, you got to wait a while. But when it's your turn to hit payday, just imagine, Skip, Bryce Harper had come up to get his payday, and Washington say, you know what, we're going to franchise you. You can't go hit the open market. So this is what we're going to do. After we've had you under this suppressed salary for 6 years, what about basketball? We had you under the suppressed, because there's a rookie wage scale in basketball. We're going to have you under the suppressed wage scale, and then when it's your turn to go make money, we're going to suppress your ability or inhibit your ability to go to the free agent market. Where is that fair?
Only one player rep out of 32 voted against this deal you're talking about, and that was my friend Ryan Clark of the Steelers. Only one.
And he saw this coming.
31 said, oh, we accept this. We agree.
I hope D. Smith and all the players rep have informed their players, we're going to shut it down. Don't buy a house. Tell mama we're not buying a house and we're not remodeling the house. And it's whatever kids get, as a matter of fact, put the kids in private school. We taking them out of public school. Take them out of private school. We saving all our money for the next 3 years because we're going to shut it down. And when we shut it down, when we come back, we're going to have more favorable working conditions. We're going to have lifetime medical benefits, and this is a franchise and transitional tag. They got to go.
Okay. So I'm hoping that over the next 3 months that the Cowboys and DeMarcus Lawrence sort of come to grips with some realistic deal.
$70 million guaranteed.
Yeah, you want to wreck the salary structure so they can't pay Dak and Zeke
Whoa. It didn't rate Jerry's ability to pay $250 million for a yacht.
Yeah, seriously.
So if I'm DeMarcus Lawrence, I'm looking at that.
Wait.
I'm like, hold on.
There are no salary caps on yachts.
Ain't no salary cap on me either.
Yeah, okay.
Ain't no salary cap on me. I need to get all that, Jerry. You got it.
We'll figure this out or not. And if it's not, good riddance.
Okay
remove the
I'm
tag.
okay.
Tell them to remove the tag.
That's the reaction.
Because you know what he skipped? DeMarcus Lawrence says, hold on. Y'all want to offer me $20 million for you 1 year. I guarantee you there are 18 right now that would give me 50 to 60 million guaranteed.
Right? Let them make the mistake.
Okay, well, tell Jerry to take that tag off. Tell Jerry to take that. If he's so confident, everybody, you told me yesterday, everybody want to play for the Cowboys.
They do.
Take that tag off DeMarcus Lawrence to see if you're a Cowboy next year.
Okay, we got our Cowboys fix for the day.
No, I got
Up
my fix
next.
yet.
No, you're never done. Chainz
Chainz.
is here.
Chainz.
Talk to him about his new album, The Lakers.
Look at this man.
So much more to get to. Stay with us.
Hey, buddy. All right, good to see you. Good to see you.
No mercy.
Our next guest is a Grammy-winning rapper, and his new album, Rap or Go to the League, is available now. He even worked with LeBron on that. 2 Chainz, welcome to Undisputed.
Welcome back.
Appreciate it.
Man, Chainz got that drip on.
He's
Dang.
got it.
I'm really impressed by the look. Okay, how did it happen with LeBron to work with him on the album?
It was a crazy idea that I had. The name of my album, being Rap or Go to the League, was something that I was trying to use to actually get the attention of the youth. And it's an oxymoron that actually means, the opposite, that I want to try to get the youth to understand that they can do more than just sing or have a jump shot. And so when I saw LeBron come out with his More Than an Athlete campaign, it aligned straight up with what I was trying to do. I texted him some crazy message like, hey, man, I think this could work for both of us. This would look good on your resume. It also helped me out a lot, and he came through for me, so I appreciate it.
And how much did he come through? How much did he actually contribute?
Well, for me, LeBron's presence was over enough for me. And this whole situation with my last album, I over-recorded on purpose. I knew I had a concept. I knew I had ideas that I wanted to go with, but I wanted to keep it narrowed down. I didn't want to make a lengthy project. I wanted to be under an hour, and I had so many songs to choose from. So it was cool for me to have outside ears that were in the studio helping me narrow down some of that stuff.
And he did that?
Yeah, he was there for me for that.
Yeah. How many sessions would he come to?
We did over 2 sessions together. I mean, I think what people see now is maybe the last session we did when it was crunch time to go to mixing and mastering. But the whole process was really cool to
have him hear some of my early records before the whole world did.
So when you make this decision that, okay, you say LeBron is helping you, it's a different, to have a different ear. But at the end of the day, if there's something that you felt comfortable with maybe he's like, I don't know, Chainz, if this is going to work, or do you always take final say?
No, yeah, I have the final say over
Right.
everything, yeah, because obviously I'm the musician.
Right.
But I'm just respecting his ear because of what he does for the culture. It's organic.
Right.
You know, every week he's in the back of his car listening to the latest hip hop, whatever drops. He supports the culture, and to have this biggest platform, he doesn't have to do that. You know, he tags artists. He just gives us a sense of hope, whether an artist says it or not. It's so cool to have like LeBron playing your music. So I thought it was a great idea to include him on this Rapper Go to the League project.
You and I have talked about this before, but now it comes to fruition even more. You were a pretty good basketball player, especially in high school. Is that fair to say?
I got a nice jump shot.
Got a jump
Got a nice jump shot.
That thing wet?
Got a nice thing wet, man. Thing wet.
And yet, it always strikes me that here comes a LeBron, and he would love to be you, and there's a part of you that would love to be him, right?
Yeah, that's the sports entertainment. That's
It
entertainment,
is.
period. I think we enjoy each other's lane, you know?
Yes.
We live vicariously through each other. Like, when they're on the court or on the field, they have these headphones on and they're getting hyped up. And then, like, anytime we're in the studio, every studio has a basketball goal. You know, we're gambling on shots. We're doing, because, like, a lot of us have that history of growing up playing, you know, rec ball or playing. Some of us even had high school experience. So now it's about, like, who had the better past, like who had the better childhood. Like some kids have been obviously doing music their whole life, so we can tell like the lack of sports, so to speak. But then you got these people that were like myself. I played basketball since 7 years old for MLK in Atlanta. Like it's been a part of me. It's a part of my DNA. It's like what I love to do. And so when you see someone like a hooper or somebody around your height, or a skill set, or somebody who can't shoot free throws, yeah, you start thinking like, man, I might have a 10-day contract. But it's just a dream, though. It's just a dream. It's not gonna happen.
Could LeBron have any future as an actual rapper if he pursued it later in his?
I don't think he wants to be a rapper. Now, I don't think he wants to be a rapper.
I think maybe deep down he has that dream in him, like you have that dream in you, right?
Maybe. I would love to catch a little alley-oop off the glass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You still put it down like that, Chainz?
It got to be a oop.
Oh, you ain't taking the ball up with you.
No, somebody gonna throw it. I could probably tap it in a little bit. But those days are diminishing every day.
Yeah. So what do you see from LeBron post-basketball? What frontiers might he blaze trails in? Where do you see him going?
Well, Skip, you know I can't speak for the man.
No.
You know I can't speak for the man. I'm not. I mean, you know, for me, I'm still a huge Lakers fan, so I don't even want to think about post that. We need to figure this playoffs out and moving forward. What we're gonna do in the off season.
Chainz, you rap, but obviously LeBron has made it abundantly clear he wants to own an NBA team.
He does.
That's what's up.
Do you want to own a record label? Is that where you're headed? Movies? I mean, where do you see yourself transitioning?
Well, that's another thing about LeBron, right? He installs this hope. He installs this hope in a lot of us. Like that was thinking big. Right. You know, like to come out and say that, to think big and have a straight face. You know, I never thought about owning a record company. I have my own record company, but not like the big boy thing.
Not
but
capital
like,
RCA.
Yeah. But like when you hear it from LeBron, he makes you feel like it's attainable. This can happen. Somebody got to own it, you know. So that's a good message that he putting out.
You were talking about you and me in the shop, and you were talking about how much is enough. Your family, I think it was Meek Mill was talking about, do you take care of your homeboy, you take care of your aunt, you take care of your mom, blah, blah, blah. How much is enough? I mean, I'm sure you go through that.
It's hard, bro.
Because how do you say no? It's
hard. You can't say, like, you say yes, right, so many times. The time you say no, they forget about all the yeses.
Right. You changed.
Yeah, no, it literally weighs on the person because we know that we financially have it, but to sit back and say, anytime something happens, then I'll just call this person. It takes a toll on the relationship. I don't care who the person is, it just takes a toll on it. Some days you feel like saying yes, whatever you want, and some days you want to be like, man, I think you can handle that yourself. And so for me, I'm an only child, but I have, you know,
Aunts, uncles.
200 uncles, 200 200 cousins. At least that's what it feels like. And people really come to me with, maybe I don't know. I hadn't changed my number in a very long time, so.
Might need to, huh?
Yeah, or maybe not, because the whole thing with me is I know I'm blessed, and I have to figure out a way to bless others, you know, but I don't want to bless others to the point where I need help again, you know? Right. So it's just trying to, figure it out. It's very hard for me. Like somebody like me who takes care of his whole entire family. I just told y'all off the air what I did from, I bought my wife a business, and I try to install that into them, entrepreneurship, even with my kids, my whole family. But some people feel like they don't want to work. They just need someone to do this, and it takes a toll on the relationship.
You just mentioned you're a Laker fan. It was hard for us to watch what happened last night. Now they're sort of on life support, playoff support.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Gut feeling, what is missing right now to you?
AD.
That'll work.
That's a good answer, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a great answer.
Why y'all keep playing with us like that out there, man? We were supposed to get Chris Paul one year. I think was Stern still in when that happened?
Yeah.
And then,
remember the league owned what were they, the New Orleans Hornets?
Oh, yeah.
The league owned them. That was
Interesting.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
It's something going on out there. Was Magic with them then?
No.
Okay, I'm just trying to find the.
You're trying to connect the
Yeah,
dots
I'm
and see
trying
what's
to.
going on.
We'll have to do that off the air, but for the most part, like I'm from Atlanta. I'm obviously a Hawks fan because I'm from Atlanta, but like my father was this passionate Lakers fan, right? This Magic, this whole thing, like back in the days. I'm talking about Worthy, Cooper, the whole nine. He was like really into it. And so I picked up on the same thing, and then I became this huge Kobe fan, right? Like, why not? Love the Lakers. And then, like, when Kobe left, I still love the Lakers. And then they got Bron. So then, I'm not going anywhere. We're going to have to figure it out.
Were you shocked the AD trade didn't go through?
I definitely was. They gave their whole roster away, or tried to. And it kind of like, man, to me, it has a small effect on what we're seeing with the Lakers right now, right? Like some of the kids, like hearing in the media, like you might not, be here. Like I don't think people understand now. Some of the people that they were talking about, they don't have families and kids and stuff like that, but they still have to like get up, figure out the next,
They do.
With sports, it's kind of tricky. You have to find a place to stay. If you do have a relationship, it can hinder it. I mean, if you do have kids, it can hinder it. This is a business, so I get it. But then you put in the news, we're gonna give you the whole everybody.
But Jay, you gotta let me. Okay, I'll put it to you like this. You can understand this. You in a group. You the lead guy. Okay,
I'm the big dog.
You the big dog.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, well, we thinking about, because you ain't really holding up your end. I think we can get a couple of Grammys. We might get some Oscar nominations if we replace the bass player and the guy that's doing the hook on this one, and we go on a different, but all of a sudden the guy don't come through. He don't, you can't get the guy that you really want to sing the hook, and the bass player don't come, and y'all got to stick together. He still got to do his job.
But I think the fact that y'all was talking about the person out loud, they feelings got involved.
You can't let them checks still coming.
No, them checks still coming.
Exactly then.
But you start thinking that you're disposable at any given time, right?
You are. You the only one in the group that's not disposable.
But so he has to come in, and I just talked to Steve about this. He has to come in and use the word, I guess, we more often, so everybody feel like
they're part of
it. You can't be like, man, you're gonna be all right. You're like, we gonna figure this out, right? You gotta play the psychology game with them, and like, because at the end of the day, like these guys are like Ingram. You talking about traded me. Kuzma's playing awesome, then you want me to come out, like the trade don't go through, then you want me to play, like the first 6 games after that, I'm saying, man, y'all anyway, I ain't messing with y'all anyway. That's just the spirit.
But Skip and I talked about it, is that looking at LeBron from a distance, you have an idea of what he's like. Now he's there. You're playing with him. And you like, man, Bron cutthroat, man. Bron trying to back this business of winning with or without us. And if we can't get it done, he's quick to pull somebody else in here. So it changes your perspective of how you see Bron. Because you see him one way, but now once we get there, I'm sure people like, man, Chainz, man, it'd be cool to work with Chainz. But then you have them long sessions, they're like, man, Chainz a mofo, man. I can't wait to get up out this. studio.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we know he's a champion. We know he's a perfect example of God-given talent and work ethic combined. We've seen his trajectory. We've seen him Sports Illustrated cover all the way up to here. We've seen how he is on and off the court. I mean, this shouldn't be like a surprise to anybody. I don't understand. He does it everywhere he goes. The guy wants to win. To think that he does not want to be in the playoffs this year is crazy.
Yeah, the Skip talking about he came to L.A. just to be. He wanted to be. He didn't want to pass Michael Jordan. He wanted to pass Michael B. Jordan. He was in Hollywood right now.
That's a funny line.
No,
I like that line.
You ain't right, man. You ain't right, man. Michael B. Jordan.
Okay, so if he gets AD next year, does that change in life in LA? Is that enough?
Well, that's good. It's a lot of free agents out there now. Y'all don't get the smoke and mirror. Don't.
Oh, we got something brewing, Chainz. We got something brewing.
We got something. Don't think that y'all don't go for this. Don't nobody want to play in LA. Don't nobody. Don't go for that. Don't go for that. Don't go for that. And if we happen to not make the playoffs, it won't happen again for the next 20, 30 years.
Shannon's heard some whispers here today.
I ain't heard nothing.
We got a couple.
I know that don't nobody over there like losing. Like nobody that's participating in this right now like losing.
We put it like this: we got something brewing, and I ain't talking about a pot of coffee. Yeah, well, we got something changed. We got something.
That boy crazy. That boy is crazy.
So how many more years do you see LeBron playing at this level, like where he's all in?
Well, I think we all know how much he invests into his body. This is my first time this year ever seeing him injured, ever, this groin injury. It was a groin injury, not even a hamstring, no knee, no ankle. Right. This is our first time seeing him outstretch himself or whatever, you know what I mean? So he has some type of regimen to where I've been around a guy who eats, healthy all day long. He's not just like somebody that's seasonal. I think he practices this stuff annually, all year round, And so when you have somebody that committed, like I told you, with this God-given talent and the work ethic and knowing what it takes inside and out, I don't think we would see a decline because they tried this up until this injury. He was playing like the best he's ever played, you know what I mean? So I feel real good about it.
I mean, he playing bad right now. He just averaging 27, 8, and 8.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's horrible.
Those are fall out of bed numbers for LeBron James.
Yeah, well,
right?
Guess what? He's going to be falling out of bed for another 4 years.
Yes, sir.
We're going to take a quick break, but we have more to get to Chainz when we come right back.
No mercy.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Chainz is still with us on Undisputed. It's good to have you.
True.
James Harden, Giannis, Paul George, who you got for MVP right now?
I'm going to go with James. I like Giannis too, but I got to give – people ain't giving Coach Bud no credit. Coach Bud, Giannis is already like on the rise, but I think when Coach Bud got in there and kind of like, I don't know what he did as far as team chemistry and put people in position to win, but he's always been a great coach since before he got to the Hawks. So I'm not taking away credit from Giannis. I'm just giving credit to Coach Bud. Now, as far as James Harden, I don't know nobody that can stop him, period. Like, he just, I don't know. And he makes it look so effortless that it's just crazy. He steps back 4 feet, shoots from right in front of the half court. It's like, so I like what he's doing. I like his energy. I like Houston, too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Threat to Golden State?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
They shoot as much. Live by the three, die by it.
Would you pick them to win the West?
I think it's hard, Golden State, we know what they do every year. It's hard. They got DeMarcus. But then, I know Draymond, he's been lagging a little bit, but I feel like when it comes time to playoffs, we know what Draymond brings to the table. He the nucleus of that. So I'm interested in seeing this. I want to see this personally. Chris Paul looks very healthy, and that's what I want to see. Yeah. East is like, I'm looking at like the Bucks or not the Celtics or
Toronto? Philly?
He said,
You don't like Toronto?
He said,
I know they just, I know what.
Well, you ain't got before team. You got Philly, Toronto, the Celtics, Milwaukee.
Yeah, and I like, out of those four, I like Milwaukee. And I'm not gonna count Embiid out. I trust the process.
Yep. No, I
trust
hear
the
you.
process.
It sounds like you miss Coach Bud in Atlanta, right?
I ain't gonna say that because we got
Well,
another
I
good
know.
coach. But I mean, I don't know if people notice how good like Milwaukee look right now. Like
I noticed
they've had
Friday
the
night.
same team for the most part.
I noticed you ain't mentioned the Celtics.
No, y'all done made Kyrie mad up there.
What you mean, y'all?
Y'all better stop asking them crazy questions. Them folk messing with Kyrie, man. Y'all can't do that, man. It's still like one of the best if not in the whole world, point guards. Man, this is Kyrie, man. Y'all stop playing.
They want to know why that you got to the Eastern Conference Finals of Game 7, minus you. They play so much better without you. They play so much better without you. What's going on with you?
Y'all won't leave them alone.
When we ever left superstars alone?
Y'all need to start. Every superstar. Now you got to think. Now we didn't hear from. We never heard Kyrie even talk until Bron went back to Cleveland. You got to think. I almost remember the first time he said something.
Yeah.
Like it was like I didn't even know how his voice sounded. You know, this is fairly new for Kyrie. Like to be getting asked these
He
questions.
wanted this though.
Yeah.
He wanted his own team,
But,
Chainz.
yeah, everybody wants their own team, but it's the scrutiny that comes along with it.
What he thought he was gonna be peaches and cream?
Yeah, well.
Was that what LeBron
But
do?
then you can't put him in the trade talks and the same thing with the young boys. Now, you can't be talking about, you can't be bringing up his name and he dropped everything he was doing and came up there. You know, Dan Ainge, he cold. We know what Dan Ainge cold, man. Dan Ainge cold, man. We saw what he did.
Isaiah.
Come on, man. He's cold, man.
Well, Kyrie about to show him he need a jacket because Kyrie about to be cold.
What you talking about?
Kyrie about to be cold.
Yeah, I see the same thing. Yeah, you have to be careful, man, playing. And then, you know, players are starting to, like, mature and start to realize their worth, too. There's plenty more teams we can go to. And then, look, all the basketball players, we all got Instagram and each other's phone number. And we, say, let's go over here and play. Like, let's do what we want to do.
So do you, just your educated guess, gut feeling, Kyrie, KD, do they team up and go somewhere else?
I think Kyrie's leaving. KD can kind of do what he wants to do, man. I like where he is in his career, you know. If they match up, that'd be cool too. They should come to the Lakers.
Now that's a novel idea, isn't it?
That ain't none of my business. I
think they should come to the Lakers. I mean, Kyrie called him and apologized. I mean, why don't we just let's finish what we started, man. What you think?
They won't even be fair.
Shannon, what you think, Shannon?
Skip, I'm about to miss
Okay,
a couple
That's what Showtime is about now.
What?
Is that championship? Is that?
We might win 80 games. With Kyrie, LeBron, and KD?
Yeah.
Come on, Skip.
LeBron's a third wheel.
Don't do that.
Wouldn't it be?
You see how he tried to sow dissension
Well, I'm
already?
just saying.
You see what he tried to do with Chainz?
Yeah, I don't know what LeBron did to him.
Well,
LeBron didn't do his
wait a
album.
second.
LeBron didn't listen to his
He didn't
album.
do anything to me. He'd be in his 17th year.
I can't tell.
He wouldn't need that.
27, 8,
What
8.
happens is he gets to rest some night and still average
I would
triple
agree.
doubles. I just feel like he can almost take the point guard position.
He would play point guard.
And then Kyrie plays
played
natural
two.
two. And KD.
Oh man.
Okay, so what? LeBron averaged 22, 14, and 6.
So think what you'd have. The best player on the planet, KD.
See,
You'd have.
You didn't change.
Wait a second. Then you'd have the best closer on the planet in Kyrie.
Okay, what's LeBron?
And then you'd have LeBron.
Wow.
Chainz, you hear that, Chainz?
Y'all be drinking like y'all know. Y'all be drinking it.
You never know around here. Oh, if only we had more time for that one.
He got up real early this morning, Chainz. That's what it is.
Every single day.
Man,
You know what? If you
Man
took
on
KD,
gas.
take KD away from Golden State and bring him to LA, now you've damaged them and you got. Woo.
he's not the only person in Golden State I feel like a leave.
Ooh, really? Clay.
Clay needs his own, I
He
think,
does.
you know.
Okay, we're going to leave it on that note. You never know, Chainz. Thank
Leave,
you
Clay, leave.
so much for being
Come
here,
to the
joining
Lakers,
us on
Clay.
Undisputed.
Clay to the Lakers.
Clay to the Lakers. Save this footage. Clay to the Lakers.
Hey, we're going to cut it and save it. Good luck on the new album. Appreciate your time. We are going to take a break. We'll be right back.
No mercy.
Time for our final topic of the day. John Gruden, quote, loves Kyler Murray, and the Raiders could be a potential destination for the Heisman Trophy winner, according to Peter King. The Raiders have 3 first-round picks, including the 4th overall, but Gruden said at the Combine that Derek Carr is still the team's franchise quarterback. So, Shannon, would this be a good fit?
No, and I understand why he loves it, because he really loved Tim Tebow. He really loved Johnny Manziel, and neither one of those guys could throw the ball like this kid could. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Skip.
I don't think he loved Tim to draft him. He just loved what he was doing in Denver, but go ahead.
I think the thing is that John Gruden runs the West Coast offense. The West Coast, the quarterback plays a large part under the center. He needs to be in a spread set. He needs to have the field spread apart so he can throw in lanes. And plus, I'm not so sure John knows how to talk and relate to these new millennials, these new quarterbacks.
Oh, boy.
He can't talk to them like he talked to Rich Gannon and Brad Johnson and these other quarterbacks.
I have no doubt that John Gruden loves Kyler Murray.
Yes.
Kyler would not love playing for John Gruden. In fact, it could be a nightmare situation because John's got some frustrated quarterback in him, and I love John Gruden, but he is hard on his quarterback.
Okay.
And the younger he is, the harder he's going to be on him. And the reason Gannon and Brad Johnson worked is they just stood up to him. They yelled right back at him. And they did what they wanted to do, and it was old school. It was more drop back. It was under center.
But he has to do something with the pick that he got from the Bears and the pick that he got for Amari
All right,
Cooper.
that is it for us.
No mercy.
Thanks for listening to the Undisputed Podcast. I'm Jenny Taft. Join us again at the same time tomorrow morning, 9:30 Eastern. We'll see you then.
Fox Sports 1 of 1.